And guys, you are live.
Yo.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello.
So, let's go round. Ed, do you want to give us a quick rundown on how your character did on Saturday, and what you're looking forward to, what you're not sure of, what you know?
I'm not sure of anything. I may or may have not have killed Dwayne's mother.
As you do.
As you do. I don't know what happens. What did I do? That's kind of all I remember.
It has like a one-day memory sort of thing.
Yeah.
There's no
That's
more
me.
than that.
Yeah, in character, I like it. I think I killed someone's mother.
Yeah.
Okay, so how about you, Ali? How did you feel about Saturday?
Bloody hell, I think is the appropriate term for it. So, obviously I played Dwayne, the halfling barbarian. She met up with her mother again, who was possessed. And despite her better efforts, her mother died. And the only way to break a bond between her and her undead bear was for her own team, so for Rosie to kill her. And obviously Dwell is still kind of recovering from the whole, now she's an orphan, now she's on her own, she doesn't really know what she's doing anymore, she doesn't really have a purpose, and also now she's dealing with the fact that she's currently undead, and so there's a lot of everything going on, so she's not in the best spirit right now, but yeah, and she's looking forward to seeing if they can outrun the gigantic wave of lava currently approaching us.
Excellent. So, then if we're talking about Dwayne being undead, how about we go to her killer? Alice, how you doing?
I swear sometimes you forget that you're married to me and I can do so many things to you for this sort of stuff. Yeah, Rosie's sort of not feeling great about that, but actually feels pretty shit about it. But she's currently trying to sort of get the relationship back and try and be friends again, even though she slit her throat, and don't know how many friends can come back from that. But we're doing that and trying to save my brother at the moment, and it all seems like it's good apart from the lava. My brother's alive and it all seems to be going pretty well,
The love is just a minor detail.
but I know that that's not gonna last long. It's just not gonna happen. He's gonna be dead soon or something worse.
I forgot one bright side that we can look at for all of this is that Dwayne is currently carrying the best character in this campaign, Steve. He's currently carrying. He is going to be
Steve is the legendary character in this game.
He
I'd like
is.
to point out.
and
He's the
just
best.
the DM can do whatever the hell he wants. I am making sure Steve survives. I don't give a shit.
We'll all die and Steve will walk away from this.
That is my goal in this campaign.
So then,
I
last
can't wait to hear Steve's voice again.
but certainly not least, why don't we go to the informant, Ambly, Runo, Doomsayer?
Yeah, I think a lot has been covered. I mean, I play Bruno, pre-shield tiefling, that's slowly learning his magical powers. Yeah, he may or may not be a bit in love with Steve, or may just be me. What else? I think we covered everything. I'm excited for this session.
We killed the big, like, chain dude. I guess that was quite a...
Chain demon, yeah.
Yeah,
like,
but
an important
Runo
thing.
didn't do anything.
And we stopped
He
the
had
turning
one
machine.
spell
Yeah.
and counted keys for that fight.
It's almost like you and Dwayne swapped shoes for that one. Like,
Yeah, that's pretty much it. Yeah.
Oh, so much trauma.
okay,
All of
so
trauma.
today's episode is called "Children Playing with Fire."
Oh, great.
aka lava.
lava and
Say
yeah.
goodbye to your brother.
Yeah, my
Rosie.
brother's gone.
And
we
my
need to
father.
cling on to Steve, like everything we
But Steve will survive.
Yeah.
So we're gonna zoom straight back into the side of the mountain where you have run out of the I suppose the Dark Forge, and lava has burst out of the top of the mountain after you shut the siege doors. It's now pouring down the mountain towards the Dark Army. They are in disarray, and a curvaceous figure has flown into the air with red flaring eyes, saying, "Andon was to be mine."
I think if I remember correctly, I think I gave them the finger and kept running, sort of
You
dragging
did,
my
yeah.
brother. Yeah, I think that was my general.
But the woman does not notice you. She just sort of flies away towards her army to go and tend to that. So, guys, here you are. What are you doing?
Rosie is running.
Running for my life with
Yeah.
Steve. Running
I
down
think-
this mountain.
I have noticed though the two halflings are the ones carrying the bodies, so I don't know how.
What's happened to Volta's father, by the way? Where's he at?
Yeah, did we...
Oh, he's with you on the mountain. He's with you. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So
If I'm not carrying him, he's running on by himself.
yeah. Okay.
After he's been chained up. Run, bastard, run.
I was nice enough to support
Yeah.
my brother. Not go on, off you go, save yourself.
I did last time. Let's not say that. Say I did
That
take him out.
counts, does it?
Excuses.
I did it once.
And that's
No,
it.
I
I
picked
get
my father up. carry on.
Okay, so I guess I just keep running.
So
Oh,
Yeah.
can I roll a
to the
perception
tunnel
check to
kingdom
see
or
if there's
whatever.
anywhere? Can I roll a perception check to see if there's like a cave or something that we can duck into to hide from the lava?
okay, so would you like to roll that? Yeah, go for it.
Alright.
Also, while she does that, I was a wolf when we started running, right? So I'm
Oh!
currently
Oh!
over.
Yeah.
Ah!
Huh?
So
Hide it the fuck on.
Oh,
Tell
okay,
me,
yeah, you just
tell
see
me what I
everything.
see.
from
Oh,
your
yeah.
vantage point on the mountain, you can see several small caves and potholes, some of which are already filling with lava. You can see the lava running down towards the small shack even, the shack obscured by foliage, and hitting the shack, and presumably filling your tunnel that you made your way here with lava also.
Nah.
Are there any high points? Can we see, like, just high up things we could climb?
So the only real thing is the dead mountain and the surrounding peaks, but the smoke is enshrouding the peaks.
Sorry.
The smoke and ash, as like obviously the volcano's blown and ash is billowing out sideways as well as upwards.
Right. So we're all gonna die.
You
Um,
well, maybe I don't know. Maybe we could run out of lava, but running, but not spewing.
So one thing coming to your advantage is that you do seem to be, you're not on a high point as such, but you are on a high rivulet. So like where there's peaks and troughs, your section of the mountain is definitely on a peak, as it were, going down the mountain. So lava's sort of running off it rather than onto it.
We need eagles.
Yeah.
we need the eagles.
All
The
half.
eagles of Gondor. somehow.
Mm,
No, well,
I'm wondering,
I'm
could
ready to
Ambly
burn.
like fly, not carry us, but like go get help or something?
Yeah,
Like,
go Rosie.
Get the wizard sort of
I'd-
do like a demon door again. Not that
Really?
that's gone well lately, but we could get out of it that way because we did arrive by portal.
Yeah.
So
It will be a significant flight to well, the underneath of the jagged cliffs from here.
and they didn't give us like a phone or anything.
They didn't even give you a location. You were just pulled into a hatch under
Yeah.
the sea.
What again was the escape plan? What? How?
I'm feeling there wasn't one.
like, how were we supposed to get back? They never told us that.
They just wanted to get rid of
They're
us.
abandoning us.
Oh, I'm gonna beat their
yeah, the
ass. when I
prophet
get
tells
back.
that the
There's
shadow-
gonna be a very angry.
Dory is going down.
Yeah.
Dory's going
Screw
down.
you, Dory.
No! He's my
I'm
biggest-
sorry, Runo. I know
I'm
you
gonna
like Dory,
I'm gonna
but
find you, Dory. I'm gonna find you.
I'm not too happy about the guy who was like, ah, yes, you are the chosen ones. What was his name? Valak. I'm
Yeah.
gonna have some words with him as
Leave us
well.
to die in a mountain.
Send us to our death, and I'll just get Jakar just
Or
for the
Doromir, my
sake
brother.
of it.
Okay, so
So I think, needless to say, your characters are pretty salty about this whole situation.
We're more pissed off than worried.
But
I
the thing
think.
is, I don't think they predicted the eruption.
Don't try back them up.
okay.
Still doubtful that they can predict that.
Anyone have any magic sort of things that could do it?
Looks
Because
at
like
Ruby.
Rosie's sort of like, what do we do? What do we do? Like, I've literally just got berries. There's nothing else I can do.
Arrows of the lava.
Yeah, it's just like.
I don't think I have anything that's sort of like lava away.
Okay, so
Can I get a stick and poke the lava and see what it does?
so with my perception roll, going back to my perception,
I think I know what it is.
what? Because you said sort of all like the Dark Army's like running.
Mhm.
Are they running to like wagons or carts or?
Some are descending the cliffs and getting into boats in the sea.
Let's go.
Oh, hang on, there's a sea. Can we jump?
You can see lava pouring into the sea though and becoming solid rock as it.
Damn
And
it.
probably boil you alive.
So they're trying to escape that.
Can I get a stick and just poke the lava and see what happens? Is this normal
So,
lava? It's come from
As
the
you
mountain?
get closer to the lava, you break into a sweat. Once you get within 10 feet of the lava and it's
really long stick.
moving towards you, before you even get within 5 feet, the stick bursts into flame.
Run.
Okay,
Can
this
I,
is standard lava.
I guess this is kind of a stupid question, but can I try to like control flames?
Yeah, do it.
Do like a Moses thing and just push it back. Part the red lava.
Can I please do that?
So what are you? What?
That would be
Yeah,
epic.
describe it for me. Describe it out.
Okay. Use the runa. First of all, turn back into human because I don't think wolves test
Wolf
use
just
magic.
parts.
And
There's
then
a stick and just
I like go a step forward and put my hands in front of me and try to like make a path.
So
I want to roll how bad it looks.
Rosie looks very confused because I'm assuming Runo hasn't actually described what he's doing. We're just like,
just give me a basic Arcana roll. Or performance. Performance is fine.
I'm doing performance, just how bad I look.
So basically, you sort of do that, and the flames on top of the lava sort of flick backwards across it, and maybe the lava flow slows down a little bit. But to your party, you're just standing there extending your hands, and nothing's happening.
Oh, that's great. That's great.
Rose sort of looks at Dwell like, right.
I just keep running down the mountain.
I was gonna
with
say, can we just keep moving?
Steve in hand.
Run.
Yeah,
I must
so
say,
there's no
doing this, I
caves.
never stopped running.
Yeah.
It's gone.
Down there.
So
Yeah,
then,
can just
Ed,
keep
in
running.
this situation, Volta then comes across a small group of humans and tieflings.
Well, there we go.
The tieflings are wearing the armor of the Dark Army. The humans are not wearing any of the Dark Army uniform, but they do have those black eyes that you would recognize from earlier in the town of Durga.
Are they charging or what?
They've just climbed the hill and they are sort of getting their bearings. They've not noticed you yet.
Can I push them off?
Oh,
Just
it's smart.
no kicking.
This is
So-
lava.
Just for this, what's your speed like, Ed? Is it high? Is it above 30?
It's 30.
It is 30. Okay, so I'm going to say that Ed then is around 30 feet ahead of the rest of you.
Okay.
So Ed, give me an athletics roll first, and then we'll roll initiative. Boom. So Ed, you there's are you going to go for one of the humans or one of the guys in
As many as I can.
as many as you can? Okay, so I'm going to say like you.
Not one.
I think yeah. Okay, so you're going to run in and do like a sort of like a double clothesline style thing where you just run in and just push as many as you possibly can, and not royal roll.
Royal, okay.
Only one of them falls off the side.
Fuck's sake.
Wow.
He tumbles down and touches some lava and immediately bursts into flame, and you can see, like, you smell that horrible searing flesh smell and burnt hair, and slowly as he screams and just sort of melts into the lava, sort of solidifying into it.
Ah, right.
You make it? Is Volta making that noise, like mimicking?
No,
it?
no, the one is.
That's one hell of a taunt. So let's have us all roll initiative then, please.
Oh
Are we
yeah.
fighting the
That's
lava?
kind of initiative roll.
Well,
Sucks.
I would say that Ed definitely is.
Ed is just angry.
I never do any good initiative rolls. It fucking sucks.
Oh wow.
Go
Yeah,
happily.
I'm ready.
Look at us. That's the real
That's
light.
yeah. Contrast from like Saturday, Emily.
So then, Rosie, Bruno, this ragtaggle group, Dwayne, then Volta.
Mhm.
Okay.
Rosie.
Okay. Can Rosie straight away knock 2 arrows and try and fire at the ones closest to Volta?
Yes, you can.
Okay.
Go, go, go.
Da, 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 da.
That is a hit. That is not. So one of your holy arrows hits one of the tieflings in the shoulder, and it makes that familiar searing sound as the holy magic hits this evil vessel.
Awesome.
You are no longer bursting out into a sweat. You are dripping with sweat as the lava has got closer to you during your turn.
Oh, great. Okay.
Bruno.
Oh.
Okay. I wanna move a bit away from the lava, like closer to Volter.
Okay.
Just gonna edge away from the lava.
Yeah.
Just slowly.
I might be, I don't know, maybe from hell, but I'm sure not gonna go back. So yeah, I'm gonna move. I think I can move like use half a turn. So I guess that's half the speed, or am I wrong?
Sorry.
Like I don't want to run for my full
Oh
turn.
no, you can
half
use
of it.
pretty much your whole distance and still have an action.
Oh, that's great. I do that, and I want to use my my beautiful moonbeam spell.
Beam them all.
Let's see here. Was I supposed to roll something or?
You can just click on the spell, I think, and it will roll for you.
Okay, great. Level.
Should.
Yeah, level.
There we go.
Okay, so you are casting Moonbeam on that entire area?
I guess. Sorry, Volter.
Hi.
Wow.
Wow, this party really trusts each other, don't they?
No,
That's why I don't like magicians.
you can do it, Volter.
So, do me a favor, Bruno. Can you make me a dexterity saving throw as well, please?
Oh yeah, that's right.
Wow, you're gonna get attacked by lava.
Uh,
Oh god.
30. Oh, I am zeroing that.
The ground loosens below you, but you manage to keep your feet.
Okay.
As rocks sort of slide, as like an undercurrent of lava has pulled some of the rock downwards, and that slide, you've sort of scrambled up it to stay on top.
Okay.
Did she do a Legolas hop?
Well, 15's good enough to do a sort of Scrabble, I think. Not quite a Legolas hop. I think we need 20s or higher.
Yes,
But,
that's so ridiculous in this
remember
movie.
now, they need to roll on that turn. A wisdom saving throw, I believe.
Constitution save, says the spell.
Oh, sorry.
So they will do that. The tiefling will roll first.
Should I do a Constitution save as well?
We'll wait for your turn, Ed.
Oh, yep.
Or is
Fine.
it just dead?
So the tiefling fails and takes 12 radiant damage, and he just sort of falls to his knee and sort of tries to start running away. And as he moves out of your space, Volta, you see the opportunity to attack him.
Oh, Sheldon.
Now just let him go.
So like as he falls to his knees and starts to crawl away, you see your opportunity. You just sort of lunge across him and bring your hammer down and crush him. Would you like to pick a spot, or how graphic do you want this to be, or are you just going about your business?
He had got no pelvis anymore.
He's gone. Oh. So yeah, he is now owner
It's
one
quite specific.
pelvis as you crush
I feel
him.
like
Ed!
I feel like Ed has like a about this size like skeleton model in front of him, and every time he has to
And he just
decide how to kill, he
points.
just goes "Meh, bam,
He
pelvis.
throws like a little dart at it or
So
something.
the way I'm seeing
What
this then
the
is,
pelvis. Do you mean like out of the body?
so I mean like I'm thinking.
Well, it crashed.
As he falls to his
So it's like a
knees and
torso.
starts to crawl away, I'm seeing it that the hammer comes down, pushing the coccyx down past the hips, so that the femur bursts up through the back, and the guy just screams and dies.
He should.
I would too. Wow, we're off to a great start today. Where's my popcorn?
You guys are
Not
being
his kind of Monday.
Yeah, he's not having a good time. Good job, we all are.
Popcorn. It's a good day.
So now the two humans will also roll, and they also will take that 12 moonbeam damage.
You
And
rolled one dice for both.
yeah, they've both got the same constitution. So,
Don't try and let him get another go, Ed.
however, 12 is not enough to put them down, and they will attack you, Ed.
Really? I'm
Bye.
surprised.
You're
Does-
the only one there.
Does that beat your armor class?
Even.
So take 1 damage as a fist lands on your jaw.
A fist.
Oh, that's cute.
And there again, the other guy as well is like punching you in the arm. Take another 1 damage.
Popcorn.
Show me what you got.
So next up then is Dwayne.
Hey. So there's 2 left,
let's
yeah?
go.
Those 2 that just attacked.
Yep.
Alright. Tell me if I can't do this, because I've been thinking about this for the past, 3 turns. Okay. So, I've got my maul, and I'm running, so my speed is 35, and I want to run full sprint towards one of them,
Mhm.
and basically jump and push my foot. And are they still, like, near the cliff edge, or have they moved away?
It's not really so much of a cliff. It's just like a sort of small, like it's like if the ground was what's the pleated. It would be like you're standing on one of the pleats. That's the best description I can come up with right now because I can't remember the
stairs?
geography. Not like stairs, more like rolling, like
Like a ridge.
as like the lava's flowing, it's cutting out like glacier slopes, and you're on one of the peaks in between those slopes.
Okay.
I just have to ask, what did you do with Steven? This is important.
Uh,
What did you do with Steven?
You
You
dropped
died.
Steve.
No,
You
I
dropped
didn't.
Steve.
No,
no,
I
she
didn't.
didn't.
No, I didn't. Okay, so okay, right, no. Okay, change. So I'm not holding my maul. Alright, I'm holding Steve bridal style, and I run full pelt with Steve, speed is 35, towards one of these guys.
Mhm.
And basically, I run up, and I jump in the edge just before I get to the guy, and I fucking headbutt one of the guys to the ground with Steve in my arms.
Make me an attack roll.
Yeah. Is that... Well, it's not with my maul, is it?
No,
You don't
just
have an unarmed.
straight 1d20 unless you have unarmed.
I
Straight
don't. I'll just roll 1d20.
plus your strength.
20 plus 3.
Weakling.
Shut up.
Ed, you died more than most of us.
So
How about
that
that?
is a hit, and the guy sort of recoils, bloody nosed, as he takes 1 damage.
That's
1
impressive.
damage.
Sorry, 4 damage plus your strength.
I was like...
So like he sort of recoils and falls to the ground. Sort of. He's
holding
not
Steve,
unconscious, but he's out of the fight.
Why you didn't use Steve?
Yeah, I would.
He's too precious.
So then, lastly, is Volta.
Yeah, boy.
Rosie?
Mm.
That is a
Really?
hit. You can describe it.
Oh no. Never
Oh,
mind.
okay. You stood there with your like accent.
How?
Shining brightly for all to see.
Yep. No, I smashed his head, I guess.
Yes.
So I'm seeing this as you just sort of like after taking the punch, you just sort of chuckle and nonchalantly just like, and away it goes. You know, like.
Should I roll Constitution roll for the moonbeam?
Yes, you should.
You can do it.
Yeah, I do.
Boom. Yeah, you're
Okay.
fine.
Ow.
So now
That's fine.
Rosie is around 30 feet behind the rest of you,
I run.
Yeah, you do.
Bye.
and you're
I am
How
all
many
running.
people are left? All none left?
Two.
none left.
None left.
What happened to the one I headbutted?
He's on the ground. He's down. I mean, he's not in the fight. I mean, you can torture him if you want to, but
I kicking off the ledge.
it's okay. Yeah. So Ed just literally just rolls him off the edge. He's
I
not.
used,
Oh,
I,
you're
I,
fine.
No, I'm kicking off the ledge.
I used Steve as a golf putt to kind of.
Wait.
Now he's not
You know,
precious anymore.
Not keep him for information, but a nice quick game of crazy golf.
Yeah.
I think we can tell from the gallows humour that last time was quite a traumatic event.
So
Okay.
Steve is forever.
So you carry on running then. Rosie now.
I am running. I'm running to catch up with the others.
Well, you're
We
still
all run.
trailing behind.
Bye.
Can everyone make me a perception roll, please?
Oh come on! I did so well before.
19, I take it.
Oh frick!
Woo!
Oh, thank you, thank you. Damn it! You're all the way at the back. Oh my god, you two! Look at
I
you.
have eagle eyes.
So, Rosie sweating profusely and Runo can see a head.
Well, I should be able to see down as too well.
Oh yeah, sorry, and Volta as well. Ahead you can see a mine shaft. Now, this is sort of a double-edged sword.
Yeah.
Could lead to the tunnel network.
Could lead to a death.
Could also lead to being full of lava.
Yeah.
But also,
Aside from that, it's just going to be jumping rocks trying to avoid lava.
I was gonna say, what other option have we got? Really?
I vote for the mine.
Can I shout to Dwayne? Because I'm guessing Dwayne hasn't seen this.
Steve's blocking my view.
Yeah, like just
Yeah.
God damn it, Steve.
I'm
But
blocking
can,
it.
like Rosie be like, Dwayne, mine to your left, like to
Whoop.
quickly just in there.
Fucking roll.
Roll.
Combat roll.
Yeah.
So, what's your order then going into the mine?
In there as
you
fast
mean
as
order
Volta's
possible.
first, isn't he?
the one we're running in?
Yeah, I think
So,
It'll be
We're
Volta,
literally just trying to get in there.
Rosie.
Whale and Rosie. Yeah.
Volta, Runo, Dwell. Okay, so, the rest of you head into the mine. Rosie trailing 30 feet behind. Rosie, an orc jumps out at you.
Bye.
Can I quickly
Punch him
get
in
my
the
bow
face.
out and
Just
just
frog leap him.
aim?
He is too close. He is running in to tackle you.
Can
Frog
I
leap. Frog
grab?
leap.
Slide
Oh,
on me.
can I not do like a proper little woohoo jump back and then fire as I at the entrance?
Into the
of
lava?
mine? No,
Okay,
no.
so it's gonna be your acrobatics against his athletics.
Okay, acrobatics. Where is it? Oh god.
That sounds bad.
Ah!
Wow. Okay.
So his
I have a
shoulder.
second attack.
Yeah, it's not an attack. His shoulder
It was
hits your stomach and wins you as he picks you up and starts running with you on his back.
Can I please grab an arrow and jab it in his eye? And if it misses the eye, I want to go
Wait.
for it.
You
Why
cannot.
is he running?
He is running around the mine, not into it.
Oh, does we? Do we
Bye.
notice this? Do we see someone get away with our hobbit?
Okay, Alice, I want a performance roll for your shout, and I want everyone's passive perception, please.
Passive.
Oh, good guys, because my performance is.
10.
Oh no,
No, no,
I'm
passive.
so sorry, Alex.
No, it'll be your passive perception, Runo. It'll be just below all your stats.
What?
Oh,
Just below my stat.
mine's 11.
What do you mean?
So it'd be like passive wisdom, I think, and it'll say in brackets
Yeah.
perception.
Yeah.
So
Under-
below
underneath
all
charisma.
the performance perception stuff,
Below
below
that
that
box.
box, there's another one.
Okay.
Underneath charisma.
Mine's
Passive.
11.
Passive wisdom.
Mine is 14.
So,
Oh, mine's 16. Why am I the one being captured?
Runo, you hear Rosie cry for help outside the tunnel.
Oh. Oh shit, guys, we lost someone. So I guess Dwayne are closest to Rosie, but I guess
Wonderful.
No hard feelings, right?
Boy, oh boy, I can't wait to have another
like how
person in our
far
in our
into
party.
undead
the
halflings.
mine before I noticed this.
Sorry,
Hey,
say
we
again.
saw that.
How far into the mine are we?
I'd say you are about 15 feet.
Okay. I guess this is some sort. Yeah.
Can I just say, I'm not gonna lie, Volta's dad has been a fucking champ throughout all of this.
I just
Oh, yeah.
He's just on a mission.
He's he's an old blacksmith. They've been keeping him healthy because he's making their weapons. He's fine.
Oh, that's great.
Ah.
Okay, okay, yeah, sorry, Amley, go on.
Yeah, I'm thinking I might.
Can
What
I
if you-
not like attack at all? Because I do have a dagger. Like, surely I can reach it and just try and stab this guy in the back.
You can try and stab him in the back. Yeah, make an attack roll.
Okay.
Do it.
Come on, attack. Oh, for goodness. Oh, come on. That's worth a stab in the ear at least.
It
You've
clatters off his
successfully
armor.
given him-
I can do it again and aim for the bit between like.
The weak parts.
You've
Yeah, like-
successfully
Well,
given him a pinch.
Let's see how
Yeah.
successfully you do
The,
that.
the armpit is weak. The neck is weak.
You sort of slice him a little bit through the armor, but you
Well,
certainly
I'm
don't
not
stop him
doing
running.
quietly, so.
Yep.
Exactly.
So, Runo.
Wolf time.
I want to turn
Yeah.
into wolf and wreck his shit.
Good for your
Wolf's
good.
gonna make up for what the wolf did a couple of episodes ago.
Okay, so yeah, you do that. I'm just looking for my monster manual.
Oh fuck! Oh no, fine, that's all right. He's monster
Yeah,
manual.
he
For a
needs to-
sec, I thought he was getting it to be like suddenly a gigantic ogre.
Dragon appeared.
A giant spider appeared.
No, I'm saving the dragons.
Oh no.
So your speed is now 50 feet, and you have low light vision.
Okay.
Really
Yeah, I
like
guess I
that.
just turn around and run towards. Was it a what took Rosie? Was it an orc?
And all,
Quick question.
Yeah.
Where's my brother? Because I thought I sort of pushed him in the direction of the mine, but then apparently I got scooped up by an orc.
so he will be just behind Dwayne then.
Okay, so,
So-
he's at like half laying in, half out of like the.
He wasn't unconscious or anything. They were keeping. They weren't. These were blacksmiths that they were using.
Right.
Yeah, you were helping him run. He was a bit shook, but he wasn't
Here we are.
injured.
I give him a kick.
Okay.
Oh,
I wanna run towards the orc and I wanna nibble his neck.
Don't nibble. Full blown attack, please.
Yeah, yes, please.
No nibbling.
It's not time for pay for your food.
Okay, I wanna jump for his neck.
Not you.
Now,
Oh,
your instincts as a wolf are screaming at you to nip his hamstrings.
Dude.
Okay.
get
I do
them
it.
hams.
Mm.
I do it. I follow my
Get
instincts.
strengths.
Get them hams.
So then,
Those steamed hams.
can you do me please a 1d20 plus 3?
Oh, I'm blue. Oh.
Oh dear.
Wow.
I'm like,
That's a 1d20 plus 3 and you get an 8. Wow.
Yay.
You so
Proud.
here's what we see. Okay, you all run into the tunnel. Bruno sort of looks back over her shoulder just in time to hear Rosie be snatched up and sort of cry out, stabbing this orc. Bruno immediately turns into a wolf and he runs out of the cave past you all, past the four of you. You see Bruno leap, snarling, just to the side of the mine, and that is all you see.
Well, he's
that-
gone.
They're
well,
dead.
but I did shout we lost someone.
This is also true.
Yes,
Yeah.
it is.
Oh,
I'd
no,
like
we've lost
to
two.
think that there's like 4 of us, like the main party, and I'd like to think someone would notice. Like everyone might notice that.
What?
But I did yell to
Who?
everyone, oh, we lost
Rosie,
someone."
who?
Yeah. Okay.
So I'm looking at Dwayne and Volta more than anyone. Anything happening back there, guys?
What?
What did you say?
Sorry?
The last bit was.
Oh, just more than anyone.
Oh, I thought you
Oh,
said,
okay.
hang on a minute, guys. I was like, what?
No, you carry on.
Okay, I throw a long, deep sigh, wondering why on earth I'd bother anymore. And I toss Steve over to Volta. Catch!
Okay then.
Just ragdoll it.
I'm not catching those. I'm just
And, what do
saying.
you mean you're not catching? Catch him! He gets flashed
So-
Oh, this is gonna
Why
be
we die?
Volta just sort of hits.
It's orc.
Yeah, so Steve just sort of hits Volta's arm and just collapses off onto the mine floor.
I point at Volta. I'll be back for you later, ass. And then I sort of
start rolling
unsheathe
for,
my
Rosie
ball.
as well, though.
Attacked her mum, and now you drop Steve. Like you're in for it.
I don't
You're a
see the connection to
fucking
Steve
asshole.
as
I
a
hate
character. So.
You're an asshole.
So you both dive out of the cave then, and you see Runo as a wolf and Rosie as a halfling being attacking this orc
Not
as 2 more orcs spring out in ambush.
Oh.
Is there any way I can grab my bow? If he slung me over his shoulder, even if I can't point it at the one that's attacking me, can I point it at the ones that have just appeared?
No.
You
Oh,
can take an arrow and stab in the neck.
Yeah, that's what I mean. That's what I asked to do, but he said no.
Oh, okay.
No, I said
Like-
you could use your dagger. That's just as good, isn't it?
I would say
No,
dagger is
they're
better than an
holy
arrow.
arrows. I stab him in the ear with that, and his brain fries.
You got powder,
Isn't
Yeah,
it
but
a
then I
hard
blow
job?
up.
Make yourself
but not
explode.
that much.
Side
Obviously.
Lava everywhere. The solution to
Yes.
this problem is more fire.
Giga, Alice, not
Okay.
that much powder on his feet.
I wanna attack him. Can I attack him?
So let's all roll some initiative, please.
I'm eating popcorn. God damn it.
Gosh, this
Like
room.
in the mine.
What?
Oh,
Hey!
that's not
20!
Woo! Watch me fail
Once.
mine.
10. Is that because I'm on
Hey.
someone's back?
Must be.
So then,
Mel's like in the cave and she's like, "You've made me put down my popcorn."
Yeah, I was gonna
Now
say
let's
she's just
do
like
this."
crying out loud. Put the popcorn.
Volta, Runo, Dwayne, Rosie, me.
Yes.
Volta.
The 2 new dudes then. They shall go down.
Okay. That is a hit. You solidly swing at the first orc, and he grunts with the impact.
I hope so.
And any Oblivion fans will go, "Ooh!"
Ooh.
Wow.
The second swing, however, sort of scrapes the ground a little bit, and you miss.
Stuff
At this
like
point,
that.
I just find out Rosie is like not making it easy to be carried off. She's kicking, screaming, biting, just yelling in his ear like at the
Mhm.
highest pitched voice she can, just to piss him off, basically.
Oh, you heard Runo. Runo's like,
I'm sorry. Okay, really low voice.
Talking of Runo, off you go.
oh, is it still D20 plus 3?
Yes.
Oh, great, because I have prepared. 15, alright.
At 15, you do attack and do damage. Your damage will be 1d6 plus 1.
Plus 1.
And you sort of start to grizzle his hamstring, but he doesn't go down.
Get those hams.
Dwayne.
Would he like drop me though? If he's got a wolf attached to him,
Yeah, kind of.
like could I just at
Um,
that point try and be like,
Stumble.
and try and get
Stumble,
off?
please.
We'll make it an athletics save on your turn for you to try and.
Okay.
Red Riding Hood ain't got shit on this. Okay. Okay, question for my turn.
Mhm.
So, because you said it the last time and I got really confused and I'm wary. Am I still in my rage or not? Because this rage has been going on for a fucking long
No,
time.
you won't be raging now.
Right, I'm
Bring
gonna
it on
rage
then.
again because I can do it twice before I need to rest. So this is gonna
Yes.
be
Here is the second rage.
Here it is. Okay, so I get to go twice. Yes. Yes. Yes?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Right. Huh.
That is a
Oh.
hit.
And oh yeah, by the way, sorry, forgot to mention, I'm gonna go for the one that Wolfie is currently trying to maul some hams off of
This
Rosie.
poor guy. Well, I say poor guy. he's
Ooh,
running.
okay.
What do you mean? Ooh, okay. Hold on a second.
Uh,
Wait, no. I go for the other two. Practice. I don't trust you, ass. No, I'm gonna go for the other two.
I'm gonna be flung into the
But
lava.
we can't be having Ken catch up to first dog, right?
Huh,
But
get
the
him.
2 orcs must be in the way.
yes. So, unfortunately, you don't get the advantage, so you just get the 7 damage there. Do you want to attack recklessly to take the extra damage?
Yes.
It means I get to attack you with advantage as well.
Bring it on. At.
If he's
What, just me
carrying me.
specifically?
Just
He's
you.
disadvantage because he's
Oh,
carrying
just me. That's fine. Go on.
No, he's not attacking. Dwayle's not attacking that one. She's attacking one of the ones behind.
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, I know.
I'm undead. I don't give a shit anymore.
What else can you do?
So
No,
you
you're not.
you take his legs out from under him and knock him to the ground, and he's sort of like prone. You make him prone. He's not out of the fight, but he is knocked prone. So then it's Rosie.
Okay, so whilst Runo in wolf form has attacked the orc I'm being fireman lifted off by,
Mhm.
can I try and get away as the attack goes? Because I'm assuming his grip would loosen.
Athletics versus my athletics.
Oh, this isn't gonna be good, is it?
Oh.
Oh, does it have to be athletics?
Hey.
You succeed. You scrabble free, pushing him backwards, and he.
As I do it, can I do like a little jump kick to push him into the lava, like a badoing sort of thing?
How close is this lava?
Maybe on a crit you could have done, but you just about scrape to get free. You're only 1
Okay.
point stronger than him.
Am I falling in front or am I sort of going backwards more towards Runo?
You'll be going forwards.
Okay.
So, like, where he picked you up like a fireman's carry, you're gonna, like, grab his head, put your knees against his chest, and push off backwards to get away.
Okay. Do I get my second attack because of that?
No. The orc turns after being grizzled by this wolf and swings.
Wolf goes flying.
First swing misses. Oh, actually, what is your armor class as a wolf?
Yeah, I don't think I have so much.
Maybe
I'm...
14.
Oh, okay.
Whoa.
Wolf is in full plate armor.
So that wolf misses you twice. You sort of deftly dodge around in wolf form.
Yeah, it's probably not about armor. It's more about avoiding the attack.
Yeah, definitely. So the second would like to attack Volta. Is my dice roller broken? I've rolled 7 3 times in a row. If fourth one is also a 7, I'm refreshing page. Okay. So Ed, what is your
20.
Yeah, awesome.
Well, nice.
Please take 6 damage as he swings a rudimentary club into your arm.
Yes.
The last one takes. Yeah, he attacks you, Dwayne. With advantage.
That took a little bit of consideration, didn't it?
7 again, what the hell?
Did, yeah. Does 15 beat your armor class?
You shouldn't.
No.
He attacks again. How about 16? Damn. Match? Damn. Okay, so,
You have 17, right? That's what I like.
sorry?
Asking Gigi got 17, yes.
So, it is back to the top of the table, so that'll be, Volta. Volta, as you take your go, you see 2 more humans with dark eyes come around the corner ahead of Rosie.
How are the orcs doing just in front of us?
One is prone in front of Dwayne, the other is injured in front of you. The one carrying Rosie, he's absolutely fine. And Runo
he's
is
got
between
me.
Runo is between you and him.
Yep. Well, that's a fail. That was better.
That's a hit. You're attacking the one you attacked last time, yeah?
Yes.
Yeah, so this time you sort of, as you swing across, you splay him wide, almost like you open his guard right up, but missing the second attack, he just sort of closes back up again, but he does take some significant damage. Runo,
I'm gonna use action charge.
go for it. So as you
Can I?
splay him wide, go on.
I'm kind of thinking that I did last time or not. The last fight.
Oh yeah, no, you would have done against the chain demon. You're very right. Yep. So we'll leave it there.
Never mind.
Runo.
Yay! I wanna kill him. Can I?
Yeah. So the only attack a wolf has is its bite attack, which is 1d20 plus 3.
Okay, I'll do it. D20 plus 3. Okay. Oh, I'm rolling bad today.
Yeah. No, he just sort of like you swipe it as you lunge towards his leg again. This time he raises his knee so that his knee clonks you in the snout, and you're just sort of like.
All right.
Dwayne.
Wow.
Prone guy in front of you.
Yeah, I'm going after that guy.
That is a miss.
What?
You only get advantage on the first one.
Fine.
Isn't it the first one? That's the first one.
No, first attack of the round. That is a hit though. That is a hit though, and that's, you.
Enough damage, I would say.
Do you want to describe how you take him out?
2 kills.
Alright, so he's prone, yeah?
Mhm.
Okay. So, back to my previous golf analogy. I line up my maul with
Gonna
his
Tiger
head.
Woods it.
I'm gonna Tiger Woods it. I line up my maul with his head, and I fucking swing it, and the head rips off the body, goes flying and sailing, and then bloop into the lava, and and you just see like the body kind of like convulse with that head for a bit, and it just goes down.
Shout hole in one.
Yeah. So that's pretty much exactly how it happens. Except as you do that, you also scrape a load of face onto your maul. So there's like just a load of flesh left on one of the jagged edges of your maul.
Oh, sweet.
You could use that for patchwork later, maybe.
I love how much that's tickled Ed.
I fucking hate Scrap so much.
Shots fired.
Alice beat his ass for me.
Rosie, it's your turn.
Stab him away.
Kill
Whose
him.
turn? Sorry, I missed that.
Rosie,
It's your turn.
Oh, my turn. Right, from
Oh,
where
it's on,
I
sorry.
am, can I draw my bow and sort of aim up and shoot the guy who carried me?
yes. Remember, you have 2 humans who have just sprung up behind you.
Yeah, but finish the
Two attacks, two attacks.
Yeah, but I've got
Shoot him
like
here.
a personal like vendetta
Aim
against
Finish
him
him.
now. Finish him. There.
Yeah, that hits him.
Mm.
Do you want to do the other one as well? See if we can see if just how much damage you can do. I thought that was the same roll twice then. Okay, so
It's like mirrored.
yeah, it is. Those are both hits, and
Yeah.
he takes 2 arrows to the back, and they make that sizzling sound. But this guy's a little bigger than the other 2 orcs, and he doesn't really even make a thing of it. He just sort of funk, and just sort of takes it.
I got a bad feeling.
I think
And-
that actually sort of pisses me off more rather than be like, oh no, I'm like,
You just attacked the orc. You just attacked the orc pope.
He ignores
played.
he ignores your attack and swings at Runo, snapping at his legs again.
hang on, does he turn away from me?
By wolf.
No, he's at range. You don't get
Rolled a
opportunity.
fucking one.
You don't get opportunities attacks at range.
He falls in the lava.
Oh dear, yeah, I dodged that.
You
Yeah,
you,
you do.
you do indeed dodge that, and
I'd be horrified if he didn't.
Yeah, it would have been a bad.
By wolf.
make me a dexterity saving throw, Runo.
Really? Okay.
That wolf is gonna backflip into the sky.
Oh, I am. Oh dear.
Oh.
oh, oh,
Oh.
oh. So,
Tell my story.
what,
Yeah.
what does cooked wolf smell like?
Can you make me a Constitution
Okay.
save, please, Runo?
Ah,
Oh.
Can I take my advantage point now?
Yes, you
yeah.
Thank
Oh,
you. Was it Constitution?
can. Hmm.
I set fire to the wolf. Oh, God.
Lucky that.
Oh,
Thank God for knowledge.
So
advantage.
Is it? Wait,
it would
can I-
seem that as he swung his hammer, he was just ignoring the damage. But when he's finished swinging, the hammer just sort of clatters to the ground, and he falls on you, Runo. And you take his full body weight as he slams into the ground.
Wolf pancake.
Runo, you are currently out of the fight, and we'll get back to you in a moment.
Oh, back up
No.
again.
There are 2 humans behind you guys. Volta, back to the top of the.
Yeah, we're gonna swing at him. Yes, we do.
Boom!
Fucking
So
hell.
Volta just sort of shoulders past this. He ignores the orc falling on Runo
No,
altogether. He
stop
doesn't
him.
care. He just sort of shoulders
Alive
past
target.
Rosie.
Priority.
And yeah, do you want to describe your kill?
How close are they? And where are they? I don't know.
So you've sort of run past Rosie, past the mine, and they are on a slight rise on one of like the props and shores of the mine.
I kind of want to jump then at them and then smash his head in.
Yeah,
I
okay.
was just watching this from like, oh my god, as it happens as you run past me.
It's okay. So if you hit him square on the forehead, his sort of like head like caves into his neck and sort of like shatters down into his chest, and he just goes limp and falls to the floor.
Yeah, and then I'm gonna hit the second one. No, we don't.
That is good enough.
Okay.
That is good enough. And the second guy goes down as well.
What the fuck is that second guy made of? Straw?
Your light seems to your hammer seems to pulse with light,
Triple.
Alright.
and you just hear the words "kill them all."
Kill them all. I just did, for fuck's sake.
I think they mean the bad guys.
So,
I just fucking did.
you guys, as you go to try and help get this orc off of Runo, can I ask you all to take your headsets off for a second?
We're not helping. Who said we're helping?
Oh, everyone.
Okay, except Runo.
Okay.
Who says we're helping? Alright.
Runo, as this body falls onto you, you go through the floor. Your body is now in like mist form and you are a tiefling again. To your left, you can see you as a wolf. To your right, you can see you as a bear. And ahead of you, you can see yourself as an eagle. Behind a mouse. Like, all of your shapes are all around you looking confused.
Okay.
You see the face, the familiar face of the dire wolf for a second. And then you see your party above you, almost like you're underwater looking up at them. You can see Volta burning brighter than the sun with this like holy light. He is shining like the hammer, but just more. And all of a sudden, it's as if the world that he is standing on is a map, and the maps. What is that?
I don't know. Anyway.
And the map starts to burn from where his feet is, and the whole world is consumed by this holy flame. You see him kill these two humans, and you see, much like Dwayle's mother, you see you see two frightened humans possessed by like a shadowy sort of spirit. And as Volta's hammer collides with them, killing them, the bodies are killed, but the spirit just sort of floats away as if to find another host. Rosie, for a second, you see, instead of standing, she is laying across an anvil, and there's a hammer that looks a lot like Volta's hammer, a hammer of light hammering her into shape. And every time the hammer strikes, she looks more muscular and defined. She looks more like a champion. Her armor changes.
Okay.
You don't see anything around Ali except for the dark bear, much like the tarot card.
Okay.
And just as you start to rush with all of your bodies back towards your own body, you feel like a warmth in your hand, and you realize that it is a hand, and you are holding hands, and you turn to look at who it is you are holding hands with, and it is a dark form of a demon who is holding your hands like a lover's caress, and you rush back into your body, and you're back in the room. So let's get everyone to put their headsets back on whilst you digest all of that.
I'm gonna have trouble writing this down. So just so you know.
I will Discord you the visions whilst we carry on.
Arigato gozaimasu.
Hello.
Hello, welcome back. So, Bruno.
It is here.
Do we have wolf pancake?
Runo is currently under the orc. You guys, well, like you said, you protested against helping, so whatever you want to do, you can do. Runo is currently crushed by Wolf.
Come on, Ed, you can do it.
Hang on.
Can he find his headset? Can he do it?
He's back. Welcome back, Ed.
Way!
But we'd lost you forever, Ed.
No, sir.
I was celebrating. Okay.
Okay.
Whoops.
Okay.
So I guess I go to help to try and salvage the wolf pancake.
Yes. Can I try and help Dwell? Are we just lifting the orc off her?
Kick him off. Give him a roll with the feet. Give him a kick.
I just
It's
pick him
sort
off.
of
How
a-
hard can it be?
Like, did the orc die, or did he just like?
The orc is
Body slam.
dead, and you sort of help Runo push him off, and Runo is laying on the floor looking very, very stunned.
Can I give a berry?
She doesn't look
Very.
physically damaged.
Oh, okay. So, can I sort of be like, I don't know, how do you shake a wolf back into consciousness?
Come on, wolf.
Can I don't want to double slap a wolf because I feel that, mind you, that scene could be amazing.
Not along you.
Can I just
Bitch,
sort of
slap
say,
a wolf.
come on, we need to go. This is important. Thank you, but we need to
Bitch,
move
slap
now
a
as you're going to
wolf.
be dead.
We got loud to think about, so I'm gonna pick.
By the scruff of the neck and be like, "Ugh."
Can we just pull the throw the wolf into the mines?
I pick Runo up and run.
There we go.
Thank
You
for
all
emoji.
burst into sweat as the lava gets closer, and then you
Precisely.
run
off.
into
Right.
the mine. One of you can.
I've got Steve.
Bruno, you're not physically damaged, so you can run still.
Hey, am I
You,
awake?
Make up your mind.
you are. She looks very shocked, but she is awake.
But
It's
It's
like
okay.
He.
shocked wolf.
Can I just be
The
like,
count
Rosie's
that
like,
sounded like
thank you
Bruno
for
was-
coming back, like to Bruno, like thank you.
I make it awkward, like you know when dogs
of course
try
Gwen.
to smile and they just show their teeth and look really scary. That's what I'm doing. I'm like,
Or it's just like this really shocked wolf. That's like,
Just like, I've seen some things.
okay, so I pick up Steve and I run further into the mine.
yeah, I run too. I still stay in the wolf.
where is my
hole.
father? It's a question.
Your father and Andon, Rosie's brother, are still in the cave.
Okay,
Steve has
I'm
disappeared.
No,
And-
no one saw that coming.
motherfucker!
And
Steve.
Frederick
and-
is bleeding.
Who the fuck is Frederick?
Steve slapped
father.
Fred. I never thought
Oh,
I'd
yeah.
say that sentence. Steve stabbed Fred. I thought Fred was badass.
But look at the positive. Steve's alive.
He is alive. We can see Steve again. But Fred, are you alright?
Okay,
me a
we're gonna
berry.
see Steve later.
I was gonna say, can I
Okay.
give Fred a berry?
Yeah, it's not a bad wound, so you guys can use some rudimentary medicine and sort of bandage him up.
Okay.
The cave is very, very, very hot as the air is getting stuffy and warm.
Go.
And
I'm guessing we're just
Run.
sprinting.
Run
We're just
further.
sprinting as far away as we can.
Little
But, like
leg.
the wall's getting hot.
the
like,
walls are starting to get hot as
like
behind you you
Question,
see.
though.
Yes.
How high is the ceiling?
It is a full. This section is like a fully fledged mine where carts and stuff would run. So this is probably
okay.
a reasonable size. You would only
Well,
have to
I'm
stoop
fine
a
using
little.
that high.
You'd only have to stoop a little.
Okay.
Oof,
Mines are usually not that high, so.
we're just running full pelt through the mine.
Yeah, just legging it basically.
Steve's alive.
Steve's alive. At the same time, I'm kind of like.
Wait a second, that bastard made me carry him all the way down
He
the hill.
made,
Had a plan.
he made you carry him, and then he
Had a
stabbed Fred and
plan.
left.
Oh, Steve,
He didn't even narrate his
Aw.
leaving.
You do realize Steve is just alive because you liked him, right?
Maybe he wrote his narrative on a wall somewhere.
Just like a
Maybe-
cave painting.
I left my phone number in his pocket.
It's just like a painting of Steve. Like,
And only I know how to turn it off!
I'm sorry, Scrat. You are trying to be serious.
No, it is fine. I'm glad you guys are having fun. That's the second rule of D&D.
It's the first rule of the
First rule of
First.
DMing. True. So,
it's not
Oh,
the
that's
second rule.
funny.
Uh,
oh,
yeah.
Steve,
Can we
forever
draw
in
this
my
cave
heart.
painting?
you run deeper into the cave, and behind you, you feel the air really warm behind you. But as you run further into the cave, it sort of depressures a little
goes
bit,
down.
and you go down, and soon there's almost like a mist, and you after a while you hear like the sounds of like bubbling turning to crunching, and then then a lot of grinding.
What?
I have,
Like
I have.
Yeah.
stone on
Yeah.
stone
Can I-
grinding. It sort of goes from an oozy bloop to a.
Okay, so it's the lava sort of slowing down,
down
cooling down because of
Must be.
mist and other
Yeah.
stuff.
Kinda.
Maybe.
Unless
There's something.
The
We
like
should
that.
opening of the
see
mine
this
is
near
shut anyways.
So does that mean there's water if there's mist?
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Can I smell what it is?
Smell.
Like,
All you can smell at the moment is lava.
oh, okay, great.
What does lava
Yummy.
smell
So
like?
sulfur.
Farts, basically. Yeah, sulfur.
yeah, eggs.
Eggs and farts.
Really
I never
bad
want to
eggs.
go near a volcano now. It seems so
Don't.
less.
A
Doesn't seem
good
very
rule in general,
clean.
Giggles.
It's advisably not to go near one anyway.
Yep.
Do it anyway.
Let's watch this on YouTube instead. Honestly.
Okay, so
Keep moving, like but-
yeah, but I
yeah.
guess the mist means there's water nearby. So does that mean there's a way out to like the sea? Because you said the sea was there.
Well, I'm afraid you and Rosie cannot see that. It's pitch
No,
black.
we haven't got.
I got eyesight for that.
Night vision.
Uh,
Explain then, because we're currently like this.
Runo, in your wolf form, you also cannot currently see. But you can see Volta. You can see a large cave with like a small pool of water at one side. It's not really a pool. It's more of just like a condensation. And further ahead, there is a tunnel.
Let's go through that tunnel, people.
We can't
What
see
tunnel?
it,
What
ass.
tunnel?
Take us
Like-
with you.
Oh, okay.
Like
you
Dwayne
can
and I bumping into each other.
Hold each other's hands, key children, and let me lead the way.
Of course, you do have a light source nearby, Ed.
Do I? Oh, you mean my...
The hammer.
I
I
draw
only
my-
have a torch right now.
So as
He
you
just takes out his maul. Like, hello.
Skatkus,
Yeah, you're there.
I never cheated in my mall.
well, when you started running for me, you sheathed it.
You got... If you're
In
gonna
the
start
light, I
running, you don't
realise
have
I'm this
time
far away
to
from
sheet
Dwayne.
directly.
Okay.
Then you
Okay.
can see my unimpressed.
Okay. So then,
stare.
okay. Well, the way we'll do it then is everything was dark, and then as you walk closer to Dwayne, it gets brighter again.
Got
And all you see is my unimpressed stare in the darkness.
it. Stay close to Whale and we should be alright.
Yay.
Lightwise. You dead bastard.
What was that, asshole?
Nothing.
Oh, you gonna die? Do not anger a hobbit.
Okay,
Don't-
sweet.
Don't anger people at the person that is 2 meters longer than you.
Should
He's
we make
undead.
friendly-
You can't kill
I'm still 2 meters longer than her.
him.
Right,
Right. So is this like cave like or tunnel like underwater, or is it wadeable, or what is it?
It's just a small puddle in the middle.
It's just a small puddle.
Okay.
under the sea?
Okay. Can I'm guessing Volta go first because
Yes,
he's
I
got
do.
height.
Yeah, and the whale is right behind me.
Okay.
Hello.
I'll hold on to Dwayne. Oh, actually, no, because we can see now, can't we? Okay, so I'll just
Don't you
sort
dare touch
of.
me.
It's just like.
I'm kind of.
You stay away.
Due to my light vision is going to be disturbed by the glowing hammer. I should give the hammer to Dwayne and draw my sword instead and stay ahead of the lights.
So, Dwayne, as you go to take the hammer, two things happen. First of all, as soon as it leaves your hand, Volta, the light disappears. And as soon as it touches your hand, it burns.
Ass!
Oh, I didn't do that.
And
Good to know.
you take 1d6 plus 1 fire damage.
Damn.
That's
Sorry.
Oh,
Sorry.
Rosie, give me your dagger.
I didn't
Just
know. Didn't know.
What is it?
us, is it?
I take 4 damage?
Yeah, 4 damage. That doesn't down you, does it?
No.
I say this will be the best downing ever.
Oh wait, is my health regenerated again?
No, not since the last fight, not since the Chain Demon.
Motherfucker. Alright.
Are you down?
No, I'm on 24 hit points.
I'm on 2. If I
Ow.
picked up the
Hold
hammer,
on,
I
I
would.
want to point this out. Out of 60,
Hang on.
62.
Can I eat some berries, please?
Yes!
No time for
Yes,
this.
you can.
I'm offering everyone berries.
I
You
can't
can only
have.
produce 10.
Okay. Well,
Eat
I'll have.
more.
Where do you get these berries from? You got some sort of.
I'm a
farm
hobbit.
there?
I have my stash of food with me. What are other people? Is anyone else as low as me? Like Runo, what's yours?
I have 55.
Not
so-
on morals, no. I think you're the only one that's down there.
I'm
Oh.
literally the only one dying. Okay, can
Yeah.
I eat all my berries then, please? What is it I have to do?
You just cast it and you can have 10 berries that you can distribute as you please.
I'll have all the berries. Otherwise, I'm
Ugh.
gonna die.
You feel like you'll only be able to find this around 2 more times.
Okay, well I kind of need it right now, so
You just find berries in a random cave that's filling with lava. What?
I'm very good at searching for food,
what- Okay.
in game and out of. Right.
Okay, so I
Rose,
guess
it's
we
based on
press
Alice
on.
in real life.
So you make your way towards the tunnel, and before long you can see lights up ahead, and you start to hear the sounds of people working, like smashing,
Miners.
rocks.
Do they
yeah.
not know what's going on up there?
Guys. Can I sneak forward, sort of thing, like subtly, just see if I can have a look and see if it's like good miners or bad miners, sort of
Good
thing.
miners or bad?
Good miners or bad miners.
I want 2 things, please, Rosie. I want a stealth roll and I want a perception roll.
Ooh.
Okay, so stealth. Boom.
Boom.
And perception.
Okay, so Rosie, you sneak your way forwards, and you're sort of like sitting on a little rock, peering over, and you can see maybe around 50 miners who are mining things, and there's probably around 6 orcs amongst them who are not jailers, but certainly guards. They're not forcing people there against their will. There's no whips or anything. Every now and again, even an orc will help out, like lifting things and that sort of thing. But they are armed. They are there to defend the workforce, would be your assessment. One of the orcs walks right up to you and looks directly at you.
Can he see me though?
With 27 stealth, I
He-
highly doubt it.
He
become the
is
Rock.
literally a foot away from you, and he is looking right at you, and then he turns and walks away.
Oh, temptation to shoot him as he did that.
No,
but that just
I
startled
have an
everyone.
idea.
Uh,
Let's do what-
so, you guys, you can't see Rosie anymore.
I've turned invisible.
I have an idea. Let's do what we did before, where because I don't really feel any pain, so I vote. I throw myself down there as a corpse, and then when all their backs are turned, you guys go for it.
Well, if I'm invisible as well, then
You get advantage, don't you?
I think. Could I? How are the guards laid out? Like, are they close to each other? Would they see one go down if that would happen, or like, could I stay invisible whilst attacking?
Yeah, certainly. That's not your issue.
You
What-
have an issue though.
It's bad.
What is the issue?
You will soon find out.
So what you doing?
Ah, fucking hell! I hate it when it does that. Okay,
Can I sneak around, like, first of all, just to be like, can I see anything like a way out, or like a secret passageway, or a way we could get everyone past, or
You
something
can
like that?
see mine carts at the other end of the cavern. You'd have to pass all of the workers to get to them, but they go on several tracks down tunnels.
Oh my God, minecart
Indiana
ride.
Jones. Donkey Kong.
Yay!
Okay.
stay in your wolf form because that would be the funniest image I've ever seen. A wolf in a minecart.
Okay.
Can we do
Now,
the
do I like create a distraction
Oh.
and people run to the carts?
A glowing hammer should be a distraction.
Yeah, but it
One-
only goes while you're
One
out.
second, I forgot to say something important to Runo. Give me
Of
2
course.
seconds.
Oh. Okay.
What, do we need to take our headsets off?
No, it's fine.
Oh, okay.
I'm just whispering it in Discord now.
As a wolf, you suddenly have lost a paw. You don't have a leg anymore.
Now have three
Oh,
legs.
no.
Why a three-legged wolf?
Oh, come on. I'm more subtle than that. I'd prefer to mentally torture you.
But sometimes you have to go for the.
As a wolf,
You
all
gave me
you
the
can
race
think now are about those wonderful steamed hams that you could get to
Ah,
eat.
steamed ham.
A small girl in a red cloak haunts your vision.
Yeah, I was gonna say, what's your dreams? You have a
You
fear
hear-
of old women.
and a weird casual like for dressing up in women's clothing.
Particularly bonnets.
So, there you go, Rune.
Oh, thank you.
Says Amberly, not
Not
all
sad
No.
for me like
The
that.
last thing that you can see with that 18 perception is that the people who are working the mine, the miners, they have been turned against their will.
Ah.
So
they're
they're,
probably-
they're the dark eyes. They've got the classic signs of someone who's been turned.
They're probably going to attack then.
Yeah.
Okay. We could always do the dead body, and then you guys.
I think Runo will see
Well-
why that is relevant now.
Okay.
I think because don't forget I'm invisible as well, so we could almost create 2 distractions.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's up to.
I turned back to human. Yay.
Okay.
As you can see.
Suspicious.
Are we close to them? By the way, how close are we?
Well, Rosie's gone a little way ahead. She's not really relayed that information back to you yet. You're sort of waiting for her to scout back.
Okay, great. Then I wait. I guess.
Rosie,
Come
do you
back,
head
little
do you
hobbit.
do you head back now to tell the others what you've seen, or do
Yeah,
you carry
no,
on?
I head back to the others. Have I noticed I'm invisible?
No.
Okay, so I go up to Dwayne, like,
What do
guys,
you
I
want?
whisper.
What?
It was it like, there's these guys, like, but
There's
obviously,
what?
but obviously, she can't see me, so
Holy shit! What
like,
the fuck?
wow, yeah, sort of like, and then sort of says to all of them, there are at least 50. Did you say 50?
50?
Did you
That's a
say
lot.
50?
Yes. Yeah.
There are
That's
at
not
least
too many.
50 turns up there, and they're guarded
Fucking
by
hell, I
a
thought
few
there was only
orcs.
6.
But there is, like, a mine cart thing where you could probably escape on. So we need to create a distraction or something. We need to get to the mine carts.
Oh, okay.
Oh, Runa's just accepted. Yes, invisible
Yeah,
voice.
Listen in, boys and girls.
Are there more than one
old-
way out of here?
I couldn't see one.
Okay, old Runa here. He's being, I don't know, led by some spirits or some other mystical beings. But you know, I had another vision.
Oh no.
Oh,
Okay.
I'm already dead. Just leave me alone.
No,
I don't want to do it again.
no, listen. If you had to kill someone, I wouldn't say it.
What?
Dwayne, run.
You should totally say it so you can prevent it.
Didn't
No,
happen
this is
last time, did
okay.
it?
Listen. So there was there was a lot of things going on. So I'm just gonna skip to the more relevant things. Yeah, there were these people.
I divulged a lot of information in a short amount of time.
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm still trying to. Oh, okay. Yeah, but there are the innocent people who we kill, and they were covered by some shadowy demons. And when we kill the people, the shadows just leave the host, and go away to another host, as I understood it. And hopefully it's
Try-
right.
If we
Uh,
kill them, they try and find another living form.
The demons, yes.
Yeah.
Not.
So you're saying
no.
we kill everyone?
I'm saying we can do that. That's actually an option. I'm not
There we go.
too far fetched from my liking, but yes, so you know, we kill innocent people, and we just don't do any difference to the light or the dark. It's just being
Okay, so sneaking's probably the best bet.
I mean, to be honest, just being blunt here, I don't really give a damn about these people in the mines. They're turned, they're gone. I want to get out of this lava-infested mine
It's more
safely.
valid opinion. Valid opinion.
it's more
Thank
if we kill those people and the demons escape, they could follow us because we will be the only living.
We can just knock the people
Host.
out then. We're not killing them. We'll
I was
just
going to
knock
say,
them
what
out.
if we... Well, what we could do is try sneak past, like create a distraction and go, and if any of them follow us, knock them out. Like, don't
But-
really want to anger demons right now.
The possibility of
No.
all 4 of us sneaking past is really low.
Well, that's why I
Yeah,
mean
I'm not the most
distraction.
dirtiest of dudes.
Hello!
We've got 2 possible distractions:
Dead body time.
dead body, and I am currently, if
you
you hadn't
do
guessed,
really-
invisible.
What'd you say, Reno?
Do we really need to throw bodies to distract people? Can't we just, I don't know, sneak past them undiscovered? Because if you throw yourself up playing dead, you sooner or later have to, stand
Get
up,
up.
and get out of there. So I would not. I know if you want to do it, but I'm literally just gonna leave you there.
Is there
Wow.
anything on one side? Okay, what if I, in my invisible state or whatever, go over and either break something so it get people's attention in that direction, and then as
I think
that happens, you guys try and sneak past.
Can't everyone just try to sneak past? Why do
We'll
we?
give it a go.
Yeah,
Why do we need a distraction? I mean, if we run fast enough, we.
it depends how good people's sneak is. That's
Yeah.
more.
My stealth is 3.
I can turn into a mouse and just be on your shoulder.
Oh yeah, of course you can.
So
Yeah.
so. How
That's
how
sh-
good is your brother again? On sneaking.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Apparently,
Something high.
I mean, from what we've seen so far, apparently your brother and Volta's dad are like invulnerable,
They're
death-defying.
doing surprisingly
NPCs.
well, but I think they're being kept alive to just be killed later.
They were about
Did
to
you say
turn,
that
so
in
they got away.
Um, shall we all try and sneak then?
Yeah.
Okay.
Further
Like,
round, further into the cavern, a little further back. Runo, you'll hear this better with your wolfers and everyone else, but you just hear
Eve!
behind us! They're coming behind us! Get ready, you fools!
Oh, Steve coming back.
Oh,
Grab
And then you
taking
hear
him
the
with us.
screech. You hear the screech of brakes as a cart descends away from you. I'm making my escape on a cart!
Go get him! We're taking him back with us.
I love him.
Okay, can we just sneak/run to a cart?
Run. Just
Just
run.
leg
So,
it. Just leg
As
it.
you
I
come
mean,
round the corner, the 6 orcs and the 50 miners are all there. ready to
am I
attack.
still invisible?
You are. No one else is. They are running in to attack. Everyone, please roll initiative.
The 3 of us. No.
this is
the
gonna
3
go
of us.
bad. Ooh.
This is what the 3 of us do. We just run by going da 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 da. da.
Skip it.
Shit.
Ooh.
Oh, never mind. Oh,
Still,
So, Volta, what are you
there are
doing?
50. There are 56 people. I'm not got a
Yeah,
clue.
wait,
what-
yeah, hold
I
on.
don't.
This is
I
gonna
don't
be a
know what
really
you guys
long
are
fight.
We're gonna die from this fight. If we're gonna fight 50 people. Even this is kind of. Are we in the tunnel right?
Hang on.
You're in a
Are
cavern.
orcs and stuff suspicious? They are, aren't they?
Orcs,
Yeah, they're
You-
superstitious.
they can be.
Potentially.
There is a dark light behind their eyes.
Actually, they are turned. They're not entirely.
Yeah,
true
it's not
orcs.
gonna be like okay. So I can't be like,
But-
ooh, start like throwing
We
things
have
about.
I
feared
actually
orcs
have a
before.
spell for exactly that thing to scare people with open doors. And
Mind you, we have been fearing orcs before or turned people before, but did
Yeah.
bodies and shit. So they should
Let's
be
run.
able to be superstitious.
is there another cart somewhere?
It's on the other side of the cavern. You need to get through 56 people to find it.
Done. Let's go.
Is
Oh,
I
just
can
throw
at that
me.
point as like halflings we can pass through any space.
Can
with
I throw?
people bigger than us,
No.
and everyone is
Yeah,
bigger
okay.
than us.
So that's fine for
me.
you two, except some of these people you realise as you push past the first row, about 20 of these are children between the age of 4 and 12.
Oh well.
Are they turned?
He is running
Okay.
from all
They
of them.
are turned.
Okay, then I'm just ploughing.
You're
Like,
done.
I'm going.
So you're
gonna-
separating the group by about 2 rows of adults to fight some children.
We're not fighting the
What?
children. We're just pushing back.
No,
You
we're just
can't-
going through.
You're gonna have to roll initiative, and fight your way through.
We don't have to pull our weapons. We can just, push them aside.
I don't really want to backslap a child. Like,
Runa can do it. Runa would do it.
You know what you did, Timothy.
no child.
Bear in mind,
Little Timmy
all
stuck
of
in the
these,
It's not Tiny Tim though. What is it? It's little
all of
Was
these
it young
miners,
Jim?
Jim.
Young
Young Jim. I recognise that young kid.
all of these miners are brandishing pickaxes, and the
Okay.
orcs are carrying full weapon and armor.
Oh, hell no.
You missed out such a good opportunity. Can I just cut in and say you missed out such a good opportunity to make it 7 orcs? Mine 8.
Hi-ho.
Hi-ho.
Right. Can't we just run like?
I'm gonna jump over a child. I'm gonna.
Can
use
I
the
sort
child
of
as
do
leverage.
flips like woohoo woohoo like try and?
I'm gonna.
Am I still invisible?
As you look, you see that you are not.
Ow.
Can
Of
I
course.
sort of have? Do I have a spell with air bending and just make?
Airbending.
I
I am
know,
now
but you
the
can become
avatar.
You can become a bear, and also, can you fly just over them?
Flying bear.
Can become a
Very
hawk or
nice.
owl.
The thing is, I still need you guys to survive.
How
So-
noble.
Wait, hold on.
I'm afraid
Weird
you
question.
cannot bend air.
Aw.
Weird question. I'm not sure if you can do this. You know how you can become like a bear and a hawk and a mouse.
Uh-huh.
Can you become 80% bear, 20% hawk? Like a
Like
bear
Mandy
with
Pig.
wings. Like
You mean an owl bear?
like a bear with wings, and then just fly us to safety.
That's better than an eagle.
More seating space.
I'm afraid that shape is too difficult.
Is it just animals? Like, what about
I'm
people?
gonna have to consult the rulebook on that one, but for now I'm gonna say yes, just animals, not beasts.
That would be really interesting, though.
But there are
I
two
will-
animals.
I will check
Yeah,
the
but-
rulebook and get back to you on that one. But
Do it. Do
For
it.
now-
because that would be
for now,
fun.
just creatures.
Okay, I take
Okay,
it.
Stop
so
trying to worm out of my story, you bastards.
no, I'm gonna do it. So-
Well, that's up to us to do, you know.
Yeah, fuck you.
Well, to be fair, I'm still in the tiefling evil uniform, but I assume they're not fooled by me
Probably.
standing talking to the enemies.
Not at all.
Okay, okay.
Okay.
Also, as you changed into a wolf, you would have lost the metal belt. It's the only thing that wouldn't have gone with you was the metal on the belt. So you now look. Your disguise is sort of given away because
Stop the stream. Stop the stream.
Halt! What's the name?
I believe that is the wolf that Runo turns into.
Abby, what's its name?
Her name is Tuva.
Oh,
I can't pronounce.
but it's still cute.
Okay, just for that
Okay.
dog alone, we should get advantage.
Yeah.
If anything, I'm
Yeah,
going to give
like
you
charisma or
disadvantage for trying to bend the rules.
Okay,
Charisma.
So, basically, all of your great initiative rolls are currently about to be negated
That's
by
not
the
fair.
amount of time that you've spent hesitating about this. There we go.
Okay, I attack
So,
the child.
Volta starts swinging in with his hammer, and he immediately takes out an orc and a miner. They just
Oh,
drop.
good, not a child. Sweet.
I would say
I-
that's a
have you
bird.
Like
noticed?
a wall side and try and
Have you noticed my miners?
Yeah.
Your what?
Miners.
My miners are miners.
Yeah, they're
Oh.
like,
Oh.
well,
Oh,
Quite
God.
funny. Stop.
Oh, the puns.
I mean-
The puns. Skatkus, you would be a great dad.
So much, guys. Every day, I'm filled with unbridled rage when I think about you.
So Ed easily takes out 2 people, and they die. He crushes one skull and knocks another one
Nice.
down.
Go, girls.
Can we sort of run?
It's not me, at least. I'm last.
It is Rosie, then... No, sorry, Dwayne, then Rosie, then Runo, then me.
Yeah, they are in order we rolled on.
So we're down to 54.
Yay.
Okay, so okay, so it's my go. So
Yes.
I would like to run up to one of the kids in my way, run up and put my foot on its little orphan chest, and I'm assuming it's an orphan. I'm just going.
The orphans. Just like-
the orphan minors.
Are they at RI level? Like,
Literally, and yeah.
I'll be right back. Sorry.
Okay, I put my foot on this orphan miner's chest, and I push myself up, and I basically use it as like... I'm trying to think how to describe it. As if, like, you know that move where, like, you, like, push on a skateboard, and then the skateboard goes from, like, that to, like, on the floor? Do that, and then skid, and then run.
So hang a
In
minute.
one move.
So you're taking a child and trying
I'm
to...
gonna kick it over, and then I'm gonna run off to the minecart.
So there's too many people between you. You can attack the child.
Can I do an amazing backflip over the entire 54 people?
I'm afraid not.
What do you mean? I might score a crit. You don't know.
I'm afraid not.
Ass. Okay. I guess I. Okay, so I get my maul, which is still covered with body parts, and I aim for all of the orphans' like middles to try and like win them and knock them out, and just not kill them, just like win them and send them to the floor. So I kind of do like a bit of a semicircle swipe. Bless you. A semicircle swipe
Bless you.
and try and knock out as many orphans as I can.
So you have 2 swings with your hammer.
Alright. Oh god, I'm gonna score a crit. Oh god. Oh god, the orphans. Oh god.
Don't do it, Giggles. This is bad.
Roll me a strength saving throw for restraint.
So does that mean I click on the actual strength in the left, or
Yes.
the smaller one?
Yeah, go for the strength, and you want as low as possible. No, as high as possible.
Hey!
15. So you hit the first child. You hit in the stomach, and unfortunately, he does die because you've hit him
How
with
the fuck?
12 points of damage. And he's a child. You've hit him with a
more
more.
health
You
than
could have
that.
just pushed him over, but no. You hit him with a hammer. So
More
the
health
first
than
one,
that.
the first child
Hold on.
dies. The next child you hit with your maul, but you restrain yourself and you just knock
He's
him.
got more health than that, surely.
Giggles, I killed the first 2 orcs, but if I'm one of the orcs, anyways, by about 10 damage, so.
So the next child you restrain yourself and just knock him out, and he starts bleeding onto the floor.
Oh, bye.
Well, he's fucked.
I believe next was Alice
Alice.
actually, but she's AFK, so we'll just switch the turn order around. Runo.
Okay. I'm gonna turn into a bear.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Wait
you
a
do.
second.
Perfect scenario.
Oh.
As you turn into a bear, your health goes up to 52, your strength goes up to +8, and you snarl, or maybe dance. I don't know what kind of bear you are. Maybe you're a performing bear, maybe you're an angry bear. I don't know.
Okay.
Due to the
I'm
situation, I
not
would say,
impressed with the
I'm just
situation.
gonna run.
No.
I'm gonna run.
she
No.
came like a wrecking ball.
Bruno's not allowed to run if I'm not allowed to run.
What? No, I'm gonna run towards them. I'm gonna run over them.
Wrecking ball.
Just plow through children.
Bowling ball or wrecking ball? It's up to you.
Bruno is now a bear.
So-
He's now a bear.
Okay, do me a favor. Roll 3 1d20s plus 11 as you try to run through them.
Plus 11. You're gonna mow down a giant.
I'm not. I'm not aiming for them.
Just
I'm just gonna go in a
plow through.
straight
Kill
line.
so many orphans.
What was it? Sorry, 1D.
20 plus 11.
Plus 11. So even if I want to point this out, even if you score like a 1, you will still kill at least one child.
Kinda.
Maybe.
Maybe.
I'm also gonna
Maybe.
run. Yeah, I'm gonna run through then towards the north. I guess he's in front line, or is he?
Yeah, so the orc will be up front, so you can run towards the orc there.
Okay, then I'm gonna go for the orc first because he's the bigger threat. Oh, I rolled really bad actually, but
But 17 was but plus 11, so it's not
Yeah.
that bad.
3 of those, please. 2 more.
okay, hooray for copy and paste.
Yep.
Oh,
Now,
no.
roll
Oh,
me
the orphans.
2 1d8s plus 8,
I don't think
and
I'd be killing orphans on a Monday night.
This is like, so we've got Dead Bear Island, we've got Dead Orphan Cave.
Dead orphan mines.
Mine.
Oh,
Mine's
the
an
dead orphan mines. Oh, Christ. Oh.
Sorry, to D8.
No, just the mall orphans mine.
Orphan mine.
Was it plus anything?
sorry. 2
Bless your morals.
1d8 plus 8. 2 lots of 1d8 plus 8, and then there'll be another one as well.
All right.
Oh, this is hilarious. Oh, this is so funny.
When Gig is not dying.
And then 1 lot of 2d6 plus 8.
D6.
Plus 8 is ridiculous.
So you run at the 2 first orcs, and like as you're running, your claws just scrape down them, crushing them, like with bloody just evisceration everywhere, as like guts and spleens fall out of bodies as you rip them to
Little
bits.
orphan spleens.
No, these are the orcs. These are the orcs.
Orc spleens.
However,
Okay, that's fine.
behind the orcs is a
Like
human who you grab with your teeth and toss aside, and he sails off and
Oh, he's
cracks
alright then.
onto the cracks his head on the rocks, dying.
I'm sorry.
You still perhaps have not quite managed to contain yourself as a bear yet.
It's the
Oh,
orphan mine
oh.
massacre.
You better watch out.
You better watch out.
So how many are we down to? 2,
Santa
2,
Claus is coming.
3. So there are 46 miners
Yay.
and 3 orcs left.
4 to 6 orphans on the wall. 4 to
Yeah.
6.
And they
And,
they attack. So
Do they all
They're gonna
like,
be like really like rabid little things.
no, do they all like join together to form a giant orphan fist?
so
Orphans
first
combine.
first 2 orcs attack Volta.
Yep. Fail.
Oh, oh,
Oh.
oh no.
One of the orcs
16
does
damage.
16 damage to you. And the last orc attacks Runo. What is your armor class as a bear? It's pretty sick, isn't it?
68.
It's pretty high.
I think it's 2,000.
2000.
Yeah,
le-
sounds good.
It's over 9,000.
Yeah.
Oh, 9,000.
It's a 15, so you're okay. And then we begin with 49 rolls for.
Are you kidding? You're actually going to do 49 rolls?
Oh, I'll go make a cup of tea.
490?
Done.
Quite
Done. They're generally milling about. Quite a few of them can't get to you, but they're like slavering over each other, trying to get
Milling
towards
about?
you.
silly. There, and so-
Oh,
When you
there's-
say milling a 490?
You got 6 ones of 120.
uh,
The one should be hitting the
Hang on.
secondary pals.
So they're attacking us with 400.
don't. No. Don't worry. Don't worry too much about the dice rolls. Just let me
The
handle
total
that.
is irrelevant.
Our
It's
adventure
irrelevant.
ends here.
So
Or I thought
My
another
49
499 orphans have just come in. I was like, ah!
one of them crits on Runo, doing
Multiply 1.
4 points of damage because it's a crit.
Yeah.
The other one crits on Rosie,
Ah,
Yay.
crap.
He
Okay.
decided that.
doing 5 points of damage. The
Ah.
other 1, 2,
6.
You got 7.
Six.
points
So
of
I think I'm on
damage.
7 now.
You're on 7.
the other 6. One does 5 damage to you, Dwayne. One does 5 damage to you, Volta. And
Shit.
one does 3 damage to. Hang on a minute, who have I done? Dwayne, Volta. One does 3 damage to Runo, and one does 3 damage. To Rosie.
Oh my
Oh,
god,
I
you're
am
gonna
so-
die, Rosie.
I'm gonna die in here.
How much health did I have?
52.
Yeah. 52.
I
Alright.
would
Oh,
say
it's
the
alright
one
for
who did
some.
particular
7
fails,
damage
hitting once.
by two children.
Rosie, are you up? Yeah, you took some berries, didn't you?
Yes.
Yeah.
Those fucking berries.
About. She's
Don't
gonna
judge
try
the
one.
berries.
You get jealous of the puppy? Did you get jealous of the puppy?
Oh, is Hildy up there?
Yeah, she's in my arms.
She's actually not a puppy. She's really old.
All
11.
all
Yeah, but
dogs
his
are puppy.
Dogs, yeah, all of his dogs. Are
I don't care how old your dog is, it's a puppy.
She's
That
such a
size
cute
puppy.
dog.
Oh.
So,
Yeah.
So cute.
Scaticus, I would say that you got 6 fails. I would call them hitting themselves. Or
no, I'm just gonna go. They're just
you're
milling
hitting
about. They
yourself.
can't make attacks. They'll be
Stop
fine.
hitting yourself. Stop hitting yourself.
Yeah, okay. Some might have taken damage, but they'll be fine. So back to the top of the table, Volta.
They won't be fine.
Hang on, I can. If I get attacked, I can respond.
Yeah, but you were attacked by a child, and they're the same size as you.
Yes.
You can't use giant killer against people who aren't bigger than you.
They might be a tall child.
No,
Yeah.
they are the same size as you. Don't stretch this.
What, like 2 foot something?
That's a very small child.
That's a very small halfling.
That's why I wasn't the last one.
Okay, so Volta, your turn again. Oh, there are your swings. Brilliant. So again, the 2 orcs, you just take them out. Easy.
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 Dwayne.
1 orc left then, right?
1
One
orc
orc
left. 49.
Okay.
We're rooting for you.
Okay. So, can I
Kill those
like?
children.
I think I'm gonna have.
Kill the orc.
I mean, to be fair, we've
Oh,
killed
hang
a
on,
few
did I
already.
miss my go?
No, you're after Dwayne.
Yes.
Yeah, it's because
but
you
I
went. It's because you
I
went
went-
away.
Yeah.
You went away and you didn't get her turn.
Oh yeah.
you put
Okay,
down
we'll let you do a double go on your turn.
Or do one right now and then go back up.
Okay, we can do that as well. Go on then. Oh, players, they're so needy.
Yes.
shoot the children. 'Cause I can't-
You're aiming specifically for the children?
No,
Kill
well,
the
hang on, are there any orcs
orc.
left?
There's an
One orc.
an orc and at least
technically 3 orcs.
15 adults.
Oh, let's go for the orc the first time.
But
Yeah.
technically it's 3
Uh,
orcs.
your arrow takes him in the eye and it sizzles and burns and he dies.
I'm gonna go again.
That will hit one of the adults and it just sort of takes him in the neck. And as he dies, you see his eyes turn back to white and pupils, and he sort of looks shocked for a second as he gargles, and then he dies.
Okay.
Sweet.
Let's go.
Okay, question.
Yes.
This room. How sturdy is the ceiling?
Oh God, cave in.
There are
You know you're gonna
wooden
try fast.
props and shores holding it up.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
I've got
You're gonna kill
explosives.
me.
You're gonna kill them all. For fuck's sake.
Oh God, we're all gonna die.
It's alright, you're a bear, you're alright. You're
Hello, I'm so close.
She's
Well,
small. I'm
now you know
hurt.
how I feel. And then you're
I did it
you'll
for
be
a
alright.
You just turned evil and killed your team.
Well,
I got
karma.
that.
Karma. Okay, so
We need to save you for fuck's sake.
Yeah.
I'll
Well,
find.
they did. I don't know what
won't
it is.
cause a cave in. All right.
It's more that if you do that, don't forget I have explosives on me.
Okay.
Wait, doesn't
Question
that
number-
mean if you ever get hit by something or fall over?
No, like fire and stuff like that.
All right.
Yeah.
Someone
Well,
just
it was
just
actually just contact with the
Okay.
cliff that made it explode last time.
No one touch me. Like I don't
Red
know.
speed though.
Wait, what
It's
about
an
that orc?
fucking speed.
What about that orc that tackled you earlier?
Lucky escape, I guess.
Yeah,
All
that's
right.
it.
Okay, so follow. Okay, question. So not relating to the cave in. Can I now flip over the 49 children and make it to the other side where the minecart is?
No.
Why?
Can
Can I
Volta
not
throw
try?
us?
No.
Volta,
Okay.
throw me.
Can I
Why
run a
not?
pathway?
I
He
would-
for
threw us
everyone?
through a roof before.
Yeah, hold on.
Yeah, besides, I could be
I
able
say
to.
no. I'm gonna do it.
The distance is too far.
Okay.
Is
Can
it
I, can I throw her that far then?
You can throw it into some kids.
Yes,
can I
do
run
it
a
on your
pathway?
next turn. Throw me.
Excellent.
It is
I
your
will do
turn.
it. I will do it.
Okay.
And sorry,
So
Bruno, did you have something to throw in there?
Yeah, can I run a pathway for them?
Yeah, you can try, but we'll have to wait for your turn. Dwayne, you
Okay.
okay, we're gonna kill lots of orphans. No, just go. Okay, so I'm gonna run up to like a large huddle of orphans milling around, as you say, probably on their phones or whatever, and
Ah,
and
millennials.
I'm just gonna, I'm just gonna go again. I'm just gonna go. Wah!
roll it.
Okay, I'm gonna score a crit. They're all gonna.
Oh yeah.
As you swing left.
Oh my god, you just
Oh
turned into
yeah.
paste.
So
Oh my
okay,
God.
Ali, I'm gonna let you
Yeah.
describe this as you kill 6 kids in one motion. Please tell me how you kill them.
2 crits.
You shouldn't
I
have
wanna
that.
point out-
You shouldn't have that.
Please tell me in detail how you kill these kids.
I want a whirlwind attack. Otherwise, it's not
I
worthy.
just wanna. I don't care about the orphans. I got 2 crits in a row. Fuck off. Okay. So, this is how I kill 6 kids.
The story of.
Oh, this
Someone
got-
please
this-
clip.
This should be
Yeah.
dark. This should be dark, but at the moment we are all laughing.
Yeah, I just want to point out I feel legit horrible.
Oh,
And it's so bad because Runo doesn't care and it's so hard for me to play this out. I feel legit.
I know. I'm like, well, they're all turned. That's the only thing that's trying to keep me going. Whereas these two are just enjoying themselves.
so this is how I
Well,
kill.
you might must. You're
This
like
is
there,
how I-
that like there's nothing to done with but killing in this life.
This is how I kill 6 kids. Okay. So
Go.
basically, what I do is, so I've gone in a semicircle, yeah. So what I've done is my maul has caught the head of the first kid, and and I use Ambly. Do you want me to be like really brief? Oh, I'm sorry.
You're not sorry.
I kind of am. I don't want to upset her. Okay, I'll make this really quick. So I catch the head of the first kid, and I use the propulsion to the head, the first kid's head, wax onto the second one, wax onto the- and they all, and so by the end, there's this like
Oh my god!
5 kids. There's this 5 kids propulsion, and I swing them, and all 6 kids go flying and splat onto the cavern wall with my
And
maul,
the camera turns all red.
and that's how I kill 6 children.
We broke Ambly.
Alice is dead too.
I'm
And
sorry.
Orphan jam.
It's- yeah, no. Do you know what they are, Alice? Do you know what they are?
A puree. What?
They're not orphan jam. They're orphan gym.
I can't believe we've actually broken Runo, and she's pretty fundamental to this part of the story as well. So like,
They're not off a jam. They're off.
I can't believe how much we've.
Okay, can I move on and just kill the adults, please?
Yes.
Thank you. Whilst Ali tries to contain us. Oh, yes.
Shiny.
Oh, awesome.
So yeah, another two humans go down, adults, and again, as you hit them, their eyes turn white, and
So, how many are there now? Come back. It's okay. So how many are left? Can we just run through now and like? Can we, is there a
they
clear
are
path?
they are getting thinner, and perhaps if Runo clears your path, you can get through. But what you notice is when your holy arrows hit these people, their eyes turn white
So it takes them back to normal. Ah, hang on.
as they die.
Okay, so they have to
Yeah,
die.
they don't. They might be holy damage.
you
Just
touch
little bit,
them.
they should be. Yeah, but just touch them
This is
and
what I'm
they might
wondering.
die.
How much if I like shoot them in the foot?
No,
would
no,
it-
no. I think they have to die. But what it is that obviously, because the idea was if they die, then the demons can get out and go to another host. I think if your holy arrow kills them, it means you kill the demons as well.
You kill the demon first, then the host.
I'm
Potentially.
gonna,
Right,
I'm gonna-
okay.
Also, Ambly, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, I can't believe we made you leave.
I'm so sorry.
To be fair, I went to the bathroom. I had to go anyway, and I thought that was time good for
It's a
going.
good time to go.
Yeah.
I was about to like write out like a letter of apologies.
No, it's fine. I
Awesome.
had to go to the
Okay,
bathroom
so
anyway.
can we?
Uh,
Could I like vault them
no.
now? Like,
No, it's Runo's turn. There are still a good 30 kids and adults around you. They are ready to attack.
Oh yeah.
And it looks like if Runo's getting ready to cleave a path, it looks like they're getting ready to attack Runo en masse.
Okay, but if I see an opening, sort of like this is a good opportunity, I'm just gonna run in a straight line towards the cart.
Okay, so can you roll me again the free 1d20s plus 11?
Oh, great. Bye, children. This is so horrible to roleplay someone.
Bye, children.
That doesn't.
I'm gonna need a lot of therapy after this.
Yeah.
Oh,
What was it?
1d20 plus 11 3 times, please.
my god.
Wait, did I? 20 plus 8.
Plus 11, plus 11.
Oh, okay.
Can I point out while Ambly's doing this that my headcanon for Runo's bear form is that the bear has suddenly the voice of Neil deGrasse Tyson?
I don't know who that is.
You know who Neil deGrasse Tyson is.
Anyway, can I grab 2 1d8s plus 8, please, and then a 2d6 plus 8?
LOL. Feels bad, man.
D8 plus 8.
Oh,
Ooh,
Oh, this
snap.
is great.
Oh yeah.
and then a 2d6 plus 8, please.
Yes.
Oh god.
So, you run forward, and again, it's like the two orcs. Your claws tear through a child of maybe 6 or 7, and they just rip his arm off, and he just sort of cries out in pain as he goes down. Your next paw comes down, tearing through another child, and then you use your mouth to rip another child out of the way, and you sort of start to cleave a path through.
I miss running. I'm not.
As you run, that's just your bear. Just your bear form just does that.
Oh, okay,
So
great.
it's like galloping through, sort of.
Oh. Oh god.
Says the voice in your head, Runo.
Oh, okay, great. Thank you. Thank you for the voices. I need to consider this vision again because there's a lot of it.
Nice call, Gamble.
Yeah. Do we have a path?
A path
path
has
now? I
certainly
didn't get a
started,
path.
but it is the kids' turn. So
Oh, they're angry now.
Angry orphans. Oh, well, that number was significantly lower than the last one. even
Well,
though-
only to the 70 this time instead of 49, so.
yeah, there's no ones though, so
And no
none of these
crits.
kids are whacking themselves.
And no crits.
Yeah. Ah! Wait, what?
wait,
-2.
wait. Sorry. Wrong.
What the fuck are you doing, Stress?
1d4 -4.
Could you please take 7 damage for me, Runo, as the kids try to attack back with pickaxes and just shred at your skin?
Pickaxe.
Sorry, how much?
7.
7. All right.
Oh my
7.
god. 7.
So now, back to the top of the round. Runo has forged a bit of a path. They are very thin there, so you could probably try and make a break for the carts. You will have to knock aside a couple more kids.
I will knock away. Maybe knock away.
So Volta just swings in, swinging left and right, and takes out a good 4 kids. The path is pretty much clear now.
Follow me, kids. Well,
What,
are
the
my
kids?
You're the kids.
Very misleading.
Whoops.
So, okay, so what are you doing, guys?
Follow me.
Running.
All of you.
Following me.
So as you do this, Rosie, you feel a snag at your belt as a pickaxe loops something from your
Oh,
belt.
fuck's sake.
Oh, that's going to be the explosives.
Obviously. Now we
Run!
just notice it.
Run as fast as you can.
Run.
Just run. Just get it. Just
So
run.
you all run, and you jump into the remaining minecart.
Ban
Yes.
the minecart! Ban the minecart!
Human
Oh,
before
God.
I do that.
Mid jump.
Ban the minecart!
Oh.
You can,
That's
okay,
So cute.
you
just
can
like-
try and do it mid-jump if you like. I'm going to need a performance roll.
Oh, that's gonna be amazing if I succeed. It's gonna be amazing if I fail.
You're
Either
gonna be
way, it'll
amazing
be
both ways.
spectacular.
Yeah, I'm gonna just be amazing, whatever.
Let's just take this moment. Welcome to D&D, everyone, where you can be a bear that jumps into a minecart averagely. Please describe to me how you just about scrape your way into the minecart.
Not into, just
okay,
grab
this is
onto
great. I
the
sort of,
end of it, and then
I
it
sort of-
slides onto.
I jump mid-air, and then I think, oh, I'm
You
gonna
jump
turn
mid-air.
into a human and land into my feet, but I sort of just land on the edge of it, so I hang over as a bear, and you just see like this bear turn into a human, trying to trying to get in as his
Oh,
legs that
wonderful.
after a while just falls over into the cart. That's what you
Aw.
see. Also, reminder: I do have a tail, so that's also
Oh, it's like a tiny little tail on a bear as well.
No.
I kind of wanted her to just barely get to the cart and just grab onto it, and then have her feet on the rail and just slide along.
Well, what order are we going in? Are you letting the kids run first, Ed?
We're not kids, we're just short.
Exactly. Well, I did clear the path, so I'm guessing I'm ahead anyways.
Well, yeah, but I mean, are you holding the kids? Are you going to hold the children, the miners, back so that they can get through
Yeah,
first?
Yes.
Okay, so
Okay, run.
so then let's have 2 athletic saves from Rosie and Dwayne.
Okay.
I'm guessing they're gonna swing by to run as well. I hope.
Oh,
At least.
no.
So-
They're polar opposites.
Yep.
Dwayne, like, just literally, she's been thinking about trying to jump 54 kids for the last, like, couple of minutes. So, like, she's just got all this built-up energy, and she just jumps like a long jumper. She just, like, flies into the
Mario,
car
nothing on you.
and hits the front of it, making it begin to roll. Rosie,
Bye.
Rosie trips over.
Well, she got
Am I
caught
like
on it.
face down?
And Volta, I need 2 athletics saves for you. If you would like to grab Rosie and chuck her into the cart, I need 1 athletics throw for that.
Chucking-
And 1 for you jumping in. And you nail both of them. You grab Rosie and just
Oh my
jump
god, I go
in.
soaring!
I got plus 70 taps.
I land like gymnastics do.
Oh, that's hilarious.
And she sticks the landing.
And behind you, you hear the sound of, like...
They're trying to light it.
Explosives.
Go. Like,
How do orphans
We
know how
are
to light that?
Getting off.
there aren't just orphans.
So that the cart begins to pick up speed going down this mine track. And as it does, there is a massive explosion behind you, which tears up part of the track, and you guys just sort of speed down the tunnel.
Yeah, explosion.
Just
yes.
like
Yes.
like wondering again because of mine and Dwayle's height. Can we see like this much? Like
Yes, you
is
can.
that what we're?
And
okay.
also, rocks are beginning to fall on the track. Now, this is we're gonna go. It's almost gonna be slightly comedic, this, but you're going down the track now, and as a team, you need to sway the cart left and right to avoid rocks on the track.
Oh, it's Donkey Kong.
Yeah, exactly. All I can think
Okay.
is Indiana Jones, though. That's me.
So, there.
Someone stand at the front and literally shout like left, right,
Yeah.
because otherwise we're all gonna.
I would say,
someone who can see over the minecart.
Yeah, and also I
I've got
think
one
Ed is
question,
the
Scott.
tallest and
Yes.
heaviest, so he needs to
Is
be.
it lit?
It is not well lit.
I
He's
will
got
put
his hammer and I'm with him.
This is
Well,
true.
you can't see that
Actually,
far anyway.
it is lit, but you can't see massive distance. You've maybe got a 10-foot
Episode.
warning.
Hang on, are we
Yeah, fine.
in one cart altogether?
All cart
Yeah.
together.
Oh yeah, okay, I thought
It's
so.
a big minecart.
Yeah.
I would say I would use the. I would be the lookouts.
Okay, so Ed, you're up the front, and everyone.
We need your weight as well, though, because we're two
Yeah, yeah,
halflings.
yeah. I'm most of the way
We're not
anyway.
gonna do much.
So Ed, first of all, you see a rock on the right. Roll a performance or straight dexterity check to shout to your party which way to turn.
Oh fuck! That's
So-
how can I fail that? Is my question though.
Ed sort of goes, it's right, it's on the right. No, go left. And so everyone make
You're on the left.
everyone make me a performance check to see how well you avoid it.
Oh, that is not good. Oh, thank God! Thank God! Yes! Oh, we are on it.
Oh yeah.
So
We're on it.
so everyone is like.
Yes!
Literally, they go, we need to go right, left, and you just sort of rock the cart over, and you avoid this rock falling down, and the cart sort of bobbles, and you continue speeding down this track, and you hit a ramp, like the cart breaks in the middle, and you soar into the air, and can everyone please make me a dexterity saving throw to keep the cart level and land it back on the tracks?
Oh, I thought that was mine first, but that's anything.
Wait, no, I didn't. No, wait. No, it's not a dexterity save. Hold on, I'll roll again.
It is.
It's just dexterity. It's not just a. See, that says dexterity save.
Well,
They're
it's
the
the same-
same roll, Ali. We're taking the
they're
5.
No, we're not.
So, the cart lands on the tracks, but it's not in the tracks, and it gets really rocky as you start to hit the sleepers. Can everyone make a strength saving throw to try and
Strength saving
Yeah.
throw.
keep the
Yeah,
cart
that's fine.
keep the cart
Oh,
upright?
for
no.
fuck's sake!
I have 6 strength. Let's fucking go. Yeah.
So the rest of you are trying to keep the cart straight, and it's like going everywhere. But Dwayne sort of has clarity of mind. She jumps out of the cart, grabbing the edge, and pulls it to a halt.
Just like, I got this, guys.
Yeah.
I'm undead.
Little
I don't
halfling,
give a
like,
shit. There we go. I just saved everyone.
So if we just pull to a stop.
Dwayne is holding the cart stopped.
Okay, I think Rosie's just like, like she doesn't really. She sort of deals with water more than she does like other stuff. Like she doesn't.
Caves.
Yeah, like if anything, this is the opposite of where she wants to. Oh, I've made an error. I've just realised I have advantage in mountains.
Mountains. What?
in mountainous
I have an
areas.
advantage in mountains.
No, I have my I'm a natural expert. I am familiar and know more about mountains, and therefore have it. Well, it's late for that now. The whole
Yeah.
dip mountain thing.
Ain't no mountain high.
Exactly.
The fact that when you made that character, I went, "Oh, that would be really useful as well." Remember that, Alice?
Yeah.
Just nodding.
So, guys, you are now in a very dark mine shaft.
Can
Okay.
we get the cart rolling again, or is it not on the tracks anymore?
You can put it back on the tracks and get it rolling again. When you all get out, it's quite light.
Well, obviously. Let's do that then.
Okay, so you don't have the momentum anymore, so someone's going to need to push.
Well, obviously.
Roll a
Let's
strength
push.
check, I guess, to see who can push.
I'll push.
Okay.
You're gonna be lightest without me in it, so yeah, we're gonna hop in when we got some speed up in it.
So, Ed, you start... Oh, no, Dwayne, you're pushing it. Dwayne, whilst Ed's sitting there telling the kids, the halflings, he's like, well, I'm clearly the biggest, so I'm going to push it. Dwayne just hops out and starts chucking this thing down the...
Enough of this bullshit!
So now, Dwayne, could you please give me an athletics save for being able to jump into this cart, which you've set going at an amazing
boy.
speed?
Oh, come on, boys.
It's going to be a hard one.
Oh,
Oh,
boys!
yeah.
So you sort of like grab onto it and like pull yourself in.
I'm doing well today.
So, guys, ahead you can see a lamp lit
Okay.
as you're speeding towards it, and the lamp is highlighting a fork in the road, or 3 forks in the road. You can go straight on, left, or right.
What position is it now?
Did I had a vision? Did my vision tell anything about this?
Roll
Do
perception.
we need to
I was just
stay?
about to say, can I roll perception?
Everyone who's looking can roll perception.
I'm looking.
I am.
I also have dark vision. Do I have advantage?
Yeah, why not? So Volta and Runo will have advantage. Unfortunately, Volta rolled 11 on both.
See if there's a sign of because obviously, bless his little cotton, Steve went down before us. See if you can see if like any of the tunnels have been.
So, Rosie, you can't see how to work the contraption or where it currently is, but you do see a lever on the left about 50 yards before the tunnel, and another lever on the right about 45 yards before the tunnels.
I got one question, not a question, another observation rather.
Mhm.
The dude we're following should have been using the same setting, the rock. We should be just following his path.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Can
true.
I hear Steve?
He should be long gone. Let's try to.
It
Can
was pretty loud.
It echoes.
Yeah, the echoes of that
Only
laugh.
I know how to work it.
I'm in the third tunnel.
you cannot hear Steve?
Oh. I love him. I love him so much.
So okay. So the decision's coming up. Are you going to touch the settings, or are you going to leave them?
Leave.
Leave them because we'll be going down the same place that Steve's gone.
No one should have been able to change them.
No.
So you just hurtle straight down, and you go straight down the straight path.
Okay.
You all are dead. Thank you.
But you were
Did
the one
I
in the
go?
vision.
Did I go?
So, as you are hurtling down this path, you notice it starts to get a bit more rocky on the edges. Like this is more of a working mine than something that's already been mined. And up ahead, you can see approaching some red lights on a sleeper in a position to stop carts.
Ooh, I got battery.
Stop the cart, stop the cart.
Yeah. Do we have a brake in this cart?
There is a brake, yes.
I would use it.
The brake, cliched as this is, the brake is stiff.
Yeah.
The brake
oh,
is
I
stiff.
thought it snaps off.
I was just
will.
about to say the brake breaks.
So
It
the,
will.
Yeah,
the
I
brake
thought
is
about
very
it.
stiff. Can you please give me a strength save to see if you can unfree it?
I
I'm
wanna help
sorry.
him.
Nope.
No, yes, you can. You sort of put your strength into it, and oh, okay. So hang on a minute. So Ed sort of like just about got it moving, but Dwayne just pushes him out of the way, like, "No, I got this," and snaps the brake off.
For fuck's sake!
We're all gonna die.
Woohoo!
So, guys, you've got seconds to try and stop the cart another way.
Jump out and do what I did before. Jump out and...
Can I smash the brake pads with my hammer?
Okay, so Ed, let's have a dexterity saving throw from you and a dexterity saving throw from Dwayne.
Oh. Well,
So you sort of try and stop. Roll me a strength saving throw as well, please, Ed. Okay, so you sort of hit the wheel and sort of like buckle it a little bit, so it starts to flap, but it doesn't stop. And Ali, as Dwayne tries to jump out of the back of the cart and hold on to it, she just doesn't grip it. She just jumps out. So take 1d4 falling damage as you roll down the hill. That's two damage there. As you take scrapes and bruises. And the rest of you, please make me a dexterity saving throw as the cart crashes into the barrier.
11 again at the hill.
Oh wow!
Wait,
woo!
I
Ambly!
have 0 in that. Oh.
Ambly!
7 and I got like 11.
Emily, save Rosie.
Meanwhile,
So, Volta, take 4 damage, please, and Rosie, take 1, but Runo takes no damage whatsoever.
meanwhile, you just hear like Dwell like cursing as she like rolls down the hill. Shit!
Also, Adam, I'm a bit curious. What about, because my current hit points when I was human was 21,
Mhm.
and when I was a bear, I ended up with 38. Does that affect my current hit point?
No, you'll go back to your previous hit points. So whatever percentage of your health you was, you'll go back to that. The only thing we haven't done is make saving throws for your brother and father.
Oh, they're here too.
Oh
Yeah, no, I didn't forget. Andon sort of takes a stumble and hits his head on a rock as he falls. But
Clumsy git.
Frederick just sort of brushes it off. Guys, you're in a dead end.
Dead end.
Well, I guess we gotta go back.
Go back then.
yeah.
Whose
You can-
idea was this?
Hold on. Are we in a dead end though? Is there
Yeah,
like a
can we
secret
look
way
for
out?
secret doors, please?
I make a fire in my hand
Mm.
to light it up. The room. a bit.
Okay, so now Runo makes a fire in his hand. Probably first.
Sorry.
No, you guys are used to her shit by now. His shit. So you guys start looking for secret doors and exits, and you can't find any. But you do hear the sound of people
A suckling Steve.
whispering below you.
Oh, that's a shame. I was.
Below us.
Can we hear what they're saying?
Roll me some perception checks.
I'm not. Yeah, I was gonna say like. Oh frick! God
Sorry,
damn it!
Oh,
Oh dear God.
I'm like, we're in a cave.
the echo should be good. Come on, Alice.
Do it. You can do it.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're all pretty useless. There's a bit of like listening, and you're all like, "No, I think I can hear someone," and then you're like, "No, that's me. That's me. You can hear." No, I'm sure I can hear something. And all Rosie hears and genuinely hears is the word "king."
Uh-oh. I got a bad feeling.
Oh God. Okay.
They mentioned Dory.
So how is it?
Dory, is
Someone
that
below
you?
the track then?
Someone
Sorry, you
is
bastard.
below through the rock below you.
How the hell can we hear through the rock?
Can I knock,
Exactly.
please?
It's a-
No.
There's somehow it's a
Please
cave. They
stop.
got a
No.
vent some-
I want to see if someone knocks back.
So, what do you knock with?
No, I don't. Can I put? Would it help? Could I roll another perception if I put like my ear to the ground?
Yeah, that's what you did when you rolled the perception.
Oh.
Can I knock?
What would you like to knock with?
My maul.
Roll me a
Not
strength
top,
check.
really.
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm gonna
we're gonna break your hammer.
Yeah,
I'm
okay,
going
get
away.
ready to fall. I'm
I
gonna
g-
break
I-
through the floor.
I take distance from this.
I'm gonna break through
back
the floor. Oh, alright.
So as you knock with your hammer, you just go tap tap, and your hammer pushes a hole into the floor, and you can see below a tunnel, and two blokes below go bloody hell.
We just sort of stick our heads down, like.
Hello!
How big of a hole?
About the size of a hammerhead, so you can just about squeeze a small head through it.
Also, I need
But
to know
that's a small head.
how big is this cave? Like,
So it's quite a thin, like literally the length of the minecart. So if you imagine a minecart that would fit the four of you, this
6 maybe.
so it's really small.
is quite small, yeah.
Oh, okay.
6 of us. That's.
Yeah, 6 of you, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do the Giggles route and smash a bigger hole.
Yeah!
Okay, so
Put it back away.
Maybe I should shrink. Maybe.
no, it's okay. You guys, once you see that the floor's weak, you realise this is actually a very thin section of floor, and probably a part of the mine that was abandoned because they thought it would cave in. But below, you enter down, and you find two men wearing the armor of the Escutcheon.
Who?
The light dudes.
Yeah.
Oh, good. Oh! Well,
Hey!
wow!
Fancy seeing you
And-
here.
They are like,
Stare at them.
they are clearly very close to enemy. No, they're not. No, they're not. Never mind. Sorry, you've travelled miles on your minecart. They are shocked as hell. They're just like, how did you get here? Who are you?
Well,
Are any of you still wearing your Escutcheon armor?
I
I
I was
didn't
about
take
to
any
say,
photos.
can you not tell from my fabulous outfit? Like,
I got my blackened one.
I'm wearing the enemy's outfit, and I.
yeah, and we're like, no, not fine.
No, ignore him. Ignore
it's-
him.
Should see it on our eyes.
So, we've got one in full light armor, or did you darken it?
I did darken it.
No. You darkened yours, I know. Rosie, did you darken yours as well?
No, I hadn't yet.
Not even with mud or anything.
Didn't you mud it up?
Yeah, she did matter.
Yeah, I put
Yeah.
some mud on it. Well, I can brush it off.
So,
It melted off. Like, it's...
and Dwayne, what's your reaction to these people?
Ah, fucking hell.
I'm not going to be pristine.
It's probably. I probably sort of glare down at them and go, and where the heck were you during this entire thing? What
So,
were you doing?
we'll have an intimidation from Dwayne, a persuasion from Volta, a persuasion from Rosie, and a deception from Runo. It feels like a deception.
Okay.
Oh, shit.
So, what was mine? A persuasion?
Persuasion.
Yeah, persuasion.
I should get advantage because I'm dead.
Oh,
Well, unless you're gonna have to. Oh
there
my
you go.
god!
Someone is deceiving in this.
So the one dressed as the enemy is the best.
Yeah.
So,
Clad in golden like.
Nice haircut.
so basically,
Just-
the deception
just
was for
randomly call them
how
on the
how
right.
good you pull off your disguise unconsciously. So literally, these guys, you try and intimidate them, and they're like, "Hey, she's threatening us. Is she dead?" The other, you two are like, "Hey, it's okay, guys. We're part of the Escutcheon. See our armor?" And you're pointing at just black armor in the darkness and brown armor, and then Bruno just strolls through wearing full like enemy attire, like, "Oh, hey guys, what's going on?"
Randomly calling them by the right name.
Hey, Bill, how's the wife?
Anyone seen Dory? Like, it's my mate Dory.
You going
So-
on that paid leave next summer? Yeah.
Retiring to the south of France.
They look like they're about to attack.
Whoa! Where's Valak? Take us to
I
Valak.
start to strip.
What? Not that kind of distress.
I showed them the shield.
Rosie sits, gets a da 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 da.
Because I do have my light robe underneath my uniform.
Okay,
You
so
got a red one.
let's
And you
take
got a red one.
a performance from Runo,
Oh,
and
is it how sexy it looks? Trust me, he's trying like to. Like,
Swinging the tail, like.
Hold on, I need to get the perfect music for this.
Sorry, what was it? What am I rolling?
Performance, please.
You can leave your hand.
Oh yeah.
So the guards are
That's
now
what I was thinking
not
of.
only confused. As you start to remove your clothing, you accidentally do it in sort of like a leaning over sort of way, and like you're bending over and stuff, and they're now thinking that you're trying to bribe them with like yourself. And yeah, there are a whole lot of confused right now, and they're sort of looking a bit more like running. So
Okay, did you see my white robe underneath?
they've not yet, but I'm sure you will
Okay.
soon show them.
Oh, okay, that's great. I'm gonna show you my white robe.
Oh boy! I just out of complete instinct, my hand just comes up and covers Rosie's eyes.
Just like.
And of course, Volta holds up his shield, also bearing the mark of the escutcheon on it. And they sort of calm down and go, "Okay, so you guys have been on a mission down here. Why are you down here?"
Can we sort of gesture towards like the blacksmith?
Well,
as well?
we blew up the volcano. We ran from the lava. We got into
Yeah, there's lava
Got into
coming.
it.
Oh, he has a glowing hammer, by the way. Show him your hammer.
And literally, one of them just sort of looks at it and goes, "Do you know what? This is just above my pay grade. Like, if you guys aren't gonna start a fight, just come with me, and I'll let someone superior sort this out."
And
Because
I'd be like, finally,
I
the
sort
man
of-
talks sense. I like.
Okay, I sort of like lean into the hole and like outstretch my arms and go, "Well, get ready to catch me there,
Can I hold Dwayle's like
my little legs."
I wanna
and lower her down?
glide down really gracefully.
of course.
Can I land on one of the soldiers?
And then can I land on Dwayle?
Why not? Comedic value. Yep. There's a bit of a bundle going on, and
Oh,
it's the other soldier looking at this, just going, "This is."
We're the
a
champions.
nice-
We're gonna save the
just-
world.
Tour the tunnels nearest the king. Should be a nice, easy job. Just a couple of hours walking around, and here we are. He says that out loud. Touring the tunnels nearest the king.
You
Take
might
us to
want
Dory.
you might want to plug this hole up, buddy. There's a bit of lava coming on the way.
Yeah, in a bit of MDF, they'll sort it out.
So, like, hearing
There's a
this,
bunch of orphans with explosives.
Yeah, somewhere.
he says, "We'll leave the guard that you've sort of fallen on. He can stay here, and we'll
Everybody, like,
we-
Rosie gets up, brushes herself off.
I'll lead you guys back, and we'll get someone back to come and investigate these caves. I didn't realise they were so close to us."
Well, the more you know.
That's
and
what
so-
we're here for.
He starts leading you back to the king, but he's
By the way, I keep the uniform.
okay. Pocket the uniform, nice.
Do-do-do-do.
He starts leading you back, but he's sort of walking a little hurriedly, and he doesn't want to be part of your group. So you've got a bit of time to talk again.
I pipe my voice up. What's your name?
Here we go again.
Jack Carr.
Not important. Not important.
No, what is your name?
And he's like, all right. It's Bernie.
Not Bernie.
Hi, Bernie.
Well, it's Bernard, but my friends call me Bernie.
Oh, can I call you
So are we your
Bernard?
friends then?
Do we get to call you Bernard or Bernie?
Can I
Well,
call you Burn? 'Cause that's
to be
what
honest,
you're
I
doing.
mainly just tour around tunnels, so I haven't actually really got that many
That's
friends.
your
But
job? A tunnel tourer?
I'm
Is that
no, I'm guarding it. I'm guarding the tunnel, ain't I? I'm making sure that people like you aren't bursting in through mines and caverns and stuff. That's what I'm doing.
Well, I think you need to do better
Like-
then.
Yep.
Thank you very
Right
much,
down.
by the way. Thank you very much. I was just to be about to sign to surface duty where I could get some sunshine because 10 years no one breaks into the tunnels. Man. Here you come.
How long have
Here
you
you
been
come,
going?
bursting in.
Bernie, I'm really sorry to tell you this, but the sun hasn't come up for like several days now, so don't worry about
You're
it,
not
mate. You
missing
didn't
much.
miss
You're
anything.
better off here.
And like this,
Yeah.
this poor guy, it looks like you've just taken the last thing from him. He just looks at you like, what? What do you mean the sun hasn't risen?
I go to the side of him.
But we're
and
gonna get it back.
around him
Maybe.
and sort of like, this will help, and sort of gives
Also,
my pipe. Sort of like, this
Just get him
is
high.
better.
and I come on the other side of him and I pat him and go, also, if it makes you feel better, after 10 years of being down here, if you saw the sun, you'd most likely go blind.
Yeah.
And he
Good.
sort of like takes a long drag on your pipe and sort of goes, oh, wow, that's really nice, thank you.
I'm gonna
And,
tell Dory you're smoking.
Well, to be fair, I didn't know that this is entrapment. And he just sort of like, again, he just sort of, now I suppose, okay, you've blown your chance for a private conversation. He's sort of part of your group now, walking along and chatting. And he's like, no, you see, we regularly keep our eyesight good by staring into flames. Like, that's how we do it.
Oh,
like,
wow. That
That
was
sounds
my
like a
way
bad
of
idea.
What I
exciting
can do,
Bernie.
Bernard, and I make like tiny flames from my hand and trying to shape them into different forms.
Ooh.
Hello,
I sort of
Alright.
link up. I sort of reach up and I link an up. Whoops, sorry.
Oh, can I link his other arm as
Yeah,
well?
I
please?
link
No,
an
no,
arm.
I
and
had another arm.
Yeah.
Just keep along.
So you enter the main
I just
canyons,
leave it.
like basically just frog marching this poor guy.
Have you not seen Wizard of Oz? We are Wizard of Oz.
Yeah,
skipping
yeah,
around.
okay. So you two are, but you're basically just dragging this poor guy. He's like, hey, no, what are you doing? No, this is my job. This is my
We're just
job.
happy to be out of the volcano.
Yep.
And
I'm alive, but not
I
really.
assume Rudu and him share like the pipe, but just like a bit high when they arrive.
and so he gets to the main cavern, and he's then starting to skip a little bit. He's having a little bit of laugh, you know, a little bit of a laugh.
Yeah.
Going to this.
And he says, "Hey up! Hey look, it's Valak!" And he comes up and goes, "Valak, these dudes are the most chill dudes I've met in the last 10 years." And like,
Can I high five him, please? Or like fist bump?
and Valak is just like, Bernard, what on earth is wrong with you? And he just sort of sends him off and says, "My friends, I recognize you. How did you get here so fast?"
Through the caves.
Turns out the
Above
bad
you.
guys are closer than you think.
Also, I'm going to answer your question with another question. Where the hell was our rescue, ass? How the hell do you
And
think
that,
we were supposed to
and
get out of that volcano?
Well,
Do you-
the
I'm
wizards.
calling us- No, let me finish, big oaf
Wow.
man.
I'd like
Giant.
to point out you're doing this. Not.
Yeah, yeah. Let me finish, you big giant man. All right, you call us the warriors of light, yeah, but you just send us off, don't you? I'm already undead. I've seen the other side. There ain't much there, to be
You're
honest.
looking at the
Can I
plumbing.
just slide in like this? Into the
Rudu is
conversation,
just
like,
like
oh.
laughing on the floor.
Really, like, yeah.
Can I point at Rune and be like, "Look what you've done, Valak. This is how he has to cope now."
And Valak's like, "Well, the wizards waited in the tunnel for you until they nearly got covered in lava."
Good, they deserve it. And then just to emphasize my point, I very lightly kick him in his little metallic shin.
And like that little ding, and he's just like, "Okay, I will let this one pass because you are the champion of light, but never again." And he basically says, "Well, we have just received reports about the volcano erupting. I guess you,
Just now.
You couldn't
No,
see
folks.
it.
I
You
guess,
should have seen it by miles.
I guess
You've not got very good scouts, have you?
we are very far below ground. Okay."
All I hear is excuses.
Rudu is just laughing out loud now.
And he says, "But your report should not go to me. It should go to the king. I assume you are successful."
I feel as though whatever Runo's smoking is slowly affecting all of us in this confined place.
Yep.
Well, actually,
Well, Steve got
that's it.
away,
yeah.
but we saved the blacksmith.
Okay, so
Yeah, at this point, after all like the panic's over, I suddenly think, my brother, like, and I sort of run up and just hug him.
And
Like,
Andon
silently, I don't let
sort
go.
of
I'm just like,
looks at you, like he's seen you for the first time. Like when you last saw him, you were a sweet, innocent little child, and now here you are, killing kids, smoking a pipe,
I didn't smoke the pipe.
firing holy arrows.
I
With a
actually kill
bow
a child.
and a white shiny bow.
Yeah, Alice, you left them explosives.
They stole. I'm not like being
They got
inappropriate there. They
smoking
stole them.
Okay, yeah,
But
and
smoking the pipe is just too far.
Yeah,
did you run
Like
back?
the children
In
of
Andon's
Canaan.
eyes, he's looking at you like you could have run back and picked up them explosives.
And then from behind him, I just like lean
But at the same
down
time,
behind him and I go, "You monster!"
but,
And I just like look at Dwell like.
he's
"Don't
also
start."
looking at you. He's also looking at you like that's just something you can sort of see behind his eyes. He's actually overjoyed to see you. You can just see.
Thank God, 'cause I just
You can
went
just
through hell to
see.
get
You can
here.
just see that sort of look of like almost not recognition on his face, but he clearly is very happy to see you, and he hugs you back very warmly.
I don't let go. I'm literally just like.
You by this moment you can hear Runa like, I got an enemy uniform. I can just walk to the dark side if I wanted to.
And like Frederick is looking across to Volta and sort of
He
He's-
doesn't give a shit.
he's
You haven't gotten to that yet.
he's very very quiet. He's not seen you for a long time. He suspects, but
Does he recognize me though? But he haven't seen me since I was in.
he knows that he had a tall child.
So he doesn't
I remember you
want the
being
two together.
tall.
Tall.
But obviously
All the features to remember.
it's been a very long time. So the height is the most recognizable thing about Volta, to be fair.
Took it.
That is bad parenting.
But once again, you haven't seen me for 15
Your
years.
eyes. You have your mother's nose.
Uh,
No, you were
You're
tall.
tall.
15 years each would do that, you know.
But you definitely recognize him.
Yeah.
Papa!
Papa.
I'm sorry.
And Giggles is gone.
I feel like I've completely missed the mood of today's episode. It's
We have totally set the mood
We
ourselves
love
this
you,
episode.
Sprat. We're sorry. We love you.
supposed to be like lava,
Yes,
and
I'm not sorry.
it's like supposed to be like lava and just like moral decisions,
Killing
about
children.
and
Yeah,
here we
and
are,
laughing about it.
Yes. and all we
And
can
Bruno's
think about-
high.
Isn't it always?
and all we can think about is
I've got a hug, and
and
Ed's
all
dad's
we,
gone. Yeah, you're definitely heavy. You're
and
tall."
all we can think about is Steve and like how bad these people are at their jobs.
And our new friend Bernard.
Yeah. That is pretty cool too.
Oh yeah, I want Bernard to come back. By the way, Bernard and
Yeah.
Steve.
They
Bernard,
need to be like a
yeah,
team.
a team.
Do you know how many memes there are of this? Like, it's almost cliche now of like, plot hook that you've spent days and weeks putting effort into, massive storyline, moral decisions, and a random NPC with no thought whatsoever. Yay!
But we love him.
Team Steve.
I ship Bernard and Steve.
Yes.
I'm more of a nerd person.
I can almost feel Scratch shedding a single tear. Campaign goes down the drain.
You've
I'm
derailed.
sorry.
You're so derailed.
I love you. I'm
Anyway, we are gonna wind forward because,
sorry. Because we can't.
Can I say
control
hello
the
to my dad
situation.
first?
yes, of course.
How to put this? Are you okay there, Dad?
And he sort of says, it is you, Volta?
It is.
And he just sort of like walks forward a bit sheepishly and like offers his hand in a handshake.
I hug him.
And he's sort of like surprised at first, but then he warms and like just gives you this, like, you know,
Well, rather, I take his hand and drag him into me.
yeah. So he's surprised, but then when you start hugging him, he just like hugs you back, and there's this warm moment, and he just sort of says, "You've certainly grown."
Just a tad. I'm getting excited again.
Okay, that was your fault, Scott. That was... You chose. You made the choice. Come out.
So
I love how last time everyone was just shocked and scared.
It was
and
like
now
traumatic, and
and
then at the
now
moment my
everyone
face
seems having
hurts.
applause. It's
More
great.
light up this time.
my friends, come on, we must report to the king.
Yeah,
Right,
let's
Mark.
go.
Let's go.
So Doromir is
Sorry.
I'd love to just say a second though. I'm walking down the tunnel like with my arm over Dwell because we're killing ourselves laughing at the you've grown comment.
Yeah.
Like this is a genuine in-game.
Bruno,
Yeah.
Bruno is on. He's like hanging over Rose, like
Yeah, like us three,
Yeah.
like yeah.
you don't know what's
And-
going on, but he's having a blast.
And like all my negativity for the past bullshit
Just
couple of
wiped.
days aside, I'm just like, you know what? Fuck it. This is funny.
Oh, also, Bruno's trying to drag Bernard with him. Can he do that?
yeah. Okay, so Bernard, you start to drag Bernard, and Valak just sort of puts her hand on his shoulder and says, "No, I think you've had enough." And
We'll see you later.
so
Be like,
Doromir, sorry, chat just made me burst out laughing. So I'm gonna read this up. Basically, Kat's just going like, "Oh hey, thought I'd pop in before work," and "Oh, looks like you're having fun." I've said, "Yes, they have slaughtered Kid recently. See the clips. PK's posted the clip, and Kat's just like, "What the fuck?" Like,
Well, these are not the fuck moments, so.
I imagine the
Okay.
clips out of context as well, which is perfect. Anyway,
As we reach Dory, can I give Valak a sick fist bump? As
yeah.
As he Thank
I'm gonna.
you.
so as you extend your little fist out like this, there's the most awkward moment when he just regards it and it just hangs there for just a little while too long.
Don't keep me hanging.
And then he literally grips your hand, like his whole hand envelops your fist, like he's shaking a handshake, and he just shakes your
Oh, the most
fist.
awkward, like.
Okay, yeah, that's yep. All right, that'll do.
Oh, by the way, when I see Dory, I try to act like I'm not high, but people can tell I'm clearly out of it.
Hello, Dory.
Hey.
What up,
So
Dory?
Doromir, he doesn't seem to mind. He sort of regards you for a second, but says, "Hey, they've had a victory. You know, whatever." So
This is your own fault. Like
he brings you in and says, "Come, my friends. We've only just had the reports. Please tell me, were you successful at the Dead Mountain? Is the forge destroyed?
I
Can
know
they
where
still-
the moment
it
goes.
is destroyed.
Can they still turn people?"
It's gonna be
Well-
very difficult.
They destroyed one of the machines.
We
Isn't
don't
it
know how many
crazy?
they have.
If they
But
got
we
more than
destroyed
one,
their
no.
mountain and their army.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like,
we
I think that's pretty good going.
Yes, it is a great victory. Now,
Money,
Okay,
please.
Praise me.
so let me just recap for a second. We've
Needy champions.
destroyed the Soul Forge. We've taken out the old hag and destroyed her phylactery.
She has a name.
Does she?
I at this point just sort of go, oh.
Just a hag. I'm
Yeah,
pretty sure it was just a hag.
you killed the hag and destroyed her phylactery, didn't you?
Electric.
What now?
Oh God. You
All
didn't mention anything about a phylactery.
all undead licks and hags have phylacteries.
Dwayne, do you have a phylactery? You're undead technically now.
I have this amulet, but no, I don't know.
I think we have a phylactery.
Better not. This is all I have. Yeah.
I
Oh,
don't
don't
even know
be
what
so
So
selfish.
the
Donna.
mother can't die technically
Oh, thank God.
unless the phylactery is also destroyed. Heads up, don't let Volta near the phylactery. Just saying.
So, he says, okay, the army is pretty much broken.
Is that
Sorry,
actually in
don't let me introduce.
I know at the back.
Please continue. Please don't mind me. Please continue.
And he sort of just pauses and goes quiet. We need to think carefully. They have taken all of Fort Yondon. They've gone down. Durgar is destroyed all the way down to the deep forest. And Foxglove and Macca's Fjord, the breach is really the main area where they are staging now. The old quarry, Macca's Fjord, and the. Just zoom out a little bit so I can see. Down the breach in the Shadowrun. I believe it may be time to try and start fighting back.
And how do you propose that?
And that's where we're going to leave it at the end of this week. So, Dwayne! How you doing?
I'm alright. I'm glad Steve's alive, and I got to headbutt somebody, and I killed a lot of kids.
You killed most of the kids.
But yeah, I'm.
So just out of interest, okay, when you found out, when Runa was like, hey, we're killing innocents, you know, and there's loads of kids in front of us, for even a second, did you hesitate on
Yeah, no, I did. But when obviously the news that they returned came, Dwayne, being Dwayne, just goes, well, there's no hope for them. Plus, there's a giant wall of lava behind us. I'm not stopping to sit here and go through glyphs and runes or whatever and see if we can save them. They're lost. I want to get out.
Yep.
Okay.
So.
Okay, cool. I was just thought I'd check in. Is that the same for the rest of you? Sort of.
It was kind of like they
Kind
were turned. If anything, we were putting them out of the misery. It's just Dwayne apparently decided to do it in an incredibly artistic way.
I'm looking forward to watching that clip, by the way, because that was especially the fact that Ambly has to leave just makes
sorry.
it amazing.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, Emily. Please don't be angry.
Hey, Private, it's my job. It's my job. He says, puts them in a situation to have to kill kids, then afterwards asks them if they feel bad. Kappa. So, Ed, how you doing, buddy?
Hey. Quite right. This was fun.
Always.
Including the murdering your kids.
No remorse whatsoever.
No, I never do. All I see is enemies or not enemies.
Black and white world. Must be lovely.
Kinda.
Yeah.
Well, some years in the arena will do that to you.
Yeah, I suppose they will. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to hurt someone closer to you maybe to try and evoke more emotion out of you. We'll have to carry on experimenting with that. And
Well, if you kill my father, I will go berserk.
that would be so different than normal. Stalwart Initiative, thank you for the follow. Alice, how you doing? Bruno, I'm leaving you till last one on purpose.
The whole killing kids thing feels a bit like I don't know. I might go to hell for that. Like,
Oh, I'm
I
already going.
I feel like I didn't realize that I could have gone back for the gunpowder type, the explosive stuff. I thought we were like in mid-run, and someone swiped it at the last minute. Because the last time I was at the back, I got carried off by a giant orc that tried to throw me in lava. So I was hedging my bets. I was sort of hoping, they won't blow themselves up. I was wrong. But I like the first bit, running away from the lava and having like, it wasn't just a run away and escape. It was the fact that like Rosie got grabbed and Runa was the one to hear her, and then Dwell came out and Balak chilled. So basically, and then came out the last minute. But yeah, no, I think other than the child killing, it was a real good like laugh. It was really funny. So especially
Brilliant.
high Runo at the end. So yeah,
And-
no, all good.
Talking of Runo, Ambly, how are you doing? Now, obviously, your character hasn't told everyone else what she heard yet, so I know you have to be a bit veiled in this, but
Yeah. We gotta have a talk later about the vision because
Make sure you remember
reason-
this time.
I wrote it down, or rather, Adam wrote it down for me, and I copied and pasted it into my Runa document here.
Very good.
But yeah, I'm really confused. I'm still trying to decipher it. But I'm probably gonna have to ask a lot more.
Do it.
Yeah, and I'm probably gonna. It feels like this is a vision that I can actually share with everyone in the group. I just need to figure out myself, so I don't say, "Oh, we need to kill each other to win this campaign."
And then, oh no, hang on, that was
Wait
the
a
other
minute.
one.
And yeah, it was really difficult because playing Runa, I know he wouldn't really mind killing a bunch of innocent children if they attacked him first, which they did.
Did they though?
He,
They
I,
were
yeah,
just threatening.
Oh god, I've just seen the title and it's clicked.
But yeah, it was fun and horrible. Mostly horrible. Yeah, we did it, passed it. What else? I know we could probably just turn into a bird and not kill anyone, but that doesn't feel like Runo. So, yeah,
Fair enough. Cool.
fair enough.
Yeah, fair enough. I mean, yeah, I'm glad that there was some sort of I don't know, like when I went down that route, I thought, well, we could do this, but like, you know, they're not gonna care. Like, Ed doesn't care if he kills turned people. How can I make them care?
They didn't care.
It still didn't care. Damn it.
Minors.
Minor
The minor
That was
minors.
a brilliant. That was a brilliant.
Orphan minor minors.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was also really fun to play high with Runo because I kind of imagine him be like at his spare time being high a lot, but I haven't really
Had a
got the
chance.
time to be actually high.
Also, I just want to be a little bit serious and just say, like, because obviously we're quite a few episodes into this, and say that I really, really appreciate like Scrat's like storytelling and stuff.
Yeah,
and
it's
how he-
awesome.
But I think the thing that I most
It's alright.
appreciate is bringing Steve back. I think, I think I'm so glad that you found some sort of way to bring him back, and I can't
We
wait. to
heard
see
his voice once more and introduced us to the wonderful Bernard.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Bernard! I want Bernard to come back.
Bernard and Steve.
As I've said before, you spend hours and months and days working on, you know,
I'm gonna have to
constructed
draw Bernard and
NPCs.
Steve, like.
And then, you know, your characters ask you what a random guard's name is, and you make something up on the spot, and that's it. They love him.
He's- and
It's all about the
honestly,
name.
we would not have loved him if you didn't do that voice.
Yeah.
Like, because
That's your own fault.
this is on you.
Oh, Oh.
Anyway, I'm gonna drop the call with you guys. I'm gonna move on and do a couple of. I think Rom at least asked for some questions when we're done. So I'm just gonna sit in and do a little bit like last night's stream. If you guys were there, I'm gonna do a little bit of like D&D for beginners. So if you guys would like to join me in chat to help anyone who's got questions about D&D, that'd be awesome. But yeah, for now, I'm just gonna say see you later, and I will see you later.